what's up, y'all? Kofi Kingston here, and I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks, depending on what that drink is, preferably non-alcoholic, you know?
How's it going? I'm the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
Wardlow here.
Soda.
I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
Maple syrup.
Fella.
I would never have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
You can't hear. What the hell, dude? I know. Hold on. Let's do that. Let's do that. Because, you
I'm not a
know,
referee anymore, though.
yeah, and that's some shit. But you're going to be the referee now. I
Fuck.
don't know what she did to herself. Nope. Nope. I hear you.
I'll let you take over because I don't know.
Well, and she's gone. Well, welcome everybody to I know what we call the Chaser Thursday, Friday, whatever. It's fine. We would have been on Thursday, but it's fine. We're just waiting for Miss Amanda Jane to come out. And we have Hype the Commentator, our Sanity, our mid guy, the 3-2-1, the referee. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. More of a commentator and a manager these days.
Yeah.
Referee days seem to be a bit behind me. I'm not quite the referee that up to standard, but I'm happy to be here once again with you guys. It's been a bit. It's been like a month or two or a month since I've
Yeah.
last been here. It's good to be back. Thank you guys for having me as always.
Of course, my man. You are always welcome. Have some really interesting insights into the business, and we like you. You're genuinely a good person.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys having me as always. Appreciate all the kind words.
Kind words. This is where I go for my heel turn. I'm gonna go all Iron Sheik and be like, "Oh, Amanda back."
Okay, now I can actually hear. That was so stupid. So, hi. Sorry. Remember episode 1. Y'all. If you want perfection, this is not your show.
Yeah, no.
Not your show. No. But hi, guys. Welcome to another edition of. It's actually, since it's not Thursday night. It's Friday.
Why we're just a chaser.
Yeah, I don't know what we're chasing.
Chasing dreams, brother. We're chasing dreams.
Chasing dreams. There you go. I don't know. But if we were anything like the Dam, I don't know if you guys saw the opening ceremony of the Olympics. Yes, I'm feeling very Olympic today. And shout out to former Olympian Jeff Cobb representing Guam back in 2012, I believe.
Yep, and you have Chad Gable.
Yep.
Had one of the Creed brothers tried out.
Kurt Angle. Who could forget?
Yeah.
Who could forget?
Yeah.
Kurt Angle won the Olympic gold 1996 in Atlanta with a broken freaking neck.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And Jeff Cobb came in I think 15 out of 16 in his division, but it's okay because in sports like that, it's not about if you win or lose. It's the camaraderie of all the people that you're meeting and experiencing the world.
It's who you're wrestling against.
Yeah. True. And he does have, if you guys have ever seen Jeff Cobb wrestle, on his singlet, I want to say on the right shoulder, he's got his Olympic rings, and he wrestled for Guam. So
because Guam
Yeah, and he was a flag bearer too. Okay, so Chad Gable, were you the flag bearer? Probably not. Okay,
No, he's too
Damn,
short.
so
Chad Gable just
yeah,
catching strays for no reason.
I
I
don't
know,
know,
right?
man.
Yeah, just you know,
That dude took the Sister Abigail like a champ.
isn't that his job though?
Yeah, but like it's been years since we've seen a Sister Abigail, let alone one which, in my humble opinion, was about the crispest one I've seen in a very long.
Yeah, yeah, I'll agree with that. But hey, guys, because I kind of flubbed the intro, welcome.
I did the intro.
You know. Oh, he did the intro. Okay, well then never mind. So yeah, well then shit. Well, you know what? Okay, well, we didn't do what's in your glass because that's a
Well,
tradition.
no, that's a you thing.
That's a me thing. So, you have a glass in your hand? What is that? Or are you saving that? Okay, yeah, you're saving that. Okay. We have black velvet. No
Mhm.
coffee. No
Uh,
coffee. There you go. Living the gimmick. Living that gimmick. And
yeah,
Hype,
man.
what are you drinking
It's
today?
water. It's always
It's
water.
okay. But you know what? It's okay because our motto is here. It's not about what you drink, it's about who you're drinking with. That is the motto. Now, I've got my usual, can of Coke. And I actually have iced tea. It's not like Long Island or anything, so don't get wild. I know Digi has something in his hand because okay, I'm going to first start out with uh our normal segment. I know your favorite, everyone's favorite, and mine. We're gonna talk about birthdays. We did last week miss, and I didn't realize it was her birthday because I thought it was this week. But um, happy birthday to a true friend of the show, Thunder Rosa.
Yes.
Mel, one for you.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Yes, I will say this, Mel. I've been watching her wrestle for God for feels like forever, right?
Oh
When
yeah.
she started in the Bay Area and stuff, and I think she's amazing. Do I like what was going on with the things with Deanna Perrazzo? No. Um, there's a lot of matches that I really like to see. I'd like to see now that, and we'll talk about it later, but now that Camille Brookhouse is finally on AEW TV, but we'll talk about that later. I'd like to see maybe a revision of a match with Thunder and Camille, but that's way, way, way down the line.
Bro.
So happy, yeah. So happy birthday. Now this week, there's a couple, okay, and so let's just get down to it. Let's see here. I'd like to wish today there are two birthday babies. Well, three actually, but two that I want to acknowledge first because hey, that's what we do. Roderick Strong, happy birthday, Roddy. Shitty little boots. So happy birthday. Also, I think hands down, she's like the best women's professional wrestler in the world. I know a lot of people will argue with me, but I, you know, she's that fucking good. Happy birthday to Tessa Blanchard. She's that fucking good. I love her. I will stand on a hill. I will die on that hill.
You're
For
not
her.
the only one, and I'm hearing
Yeah,
rumbles of her making a comeback.
I know she's been trying. So, but we'll see. My fingers are crossed. You got a shout out to the man Triple H. Happy birthday, Mr. Levesque. The Levesque era is going strong. Another person, and congratulations to him, is our new TNA champ,
Nick,
Nick Nemeth. And he's
like
going to be on the, yeah, he's going to be on the Jericho Cruise this year. And if you guys want to go, I have a discount promo for you. You guys get $100 off. And then not only that too, I get $100 off. So, hey, well, actually, no, I get it in the form of a credit. So that'll pay for my booze on the boat. So drinks maybe on me. Yeah,
ooh,
use my code and my referral code at Ms. Amanda Jane, and
nice.
when you book. 6-man cruises. Um, yeah, I think that's awesome. Not who we'll talk about it in a little bit, but not who I was hoping was going to win. But we'll get into that. Another person who's got a birthday coming up, Noam Dar. Now, because obviously member of the tribe for you. I've got a few elite birthdays.
Okay.
One, Hangman Adam Page, fucking half of the Handsome Devils. Gotta love a hanger. Happy birthday. Baby Jackson, brother Nick Jackson, happy birthday to him. Here's someone who's not elite and did not make the cut. Sammy Guevara. I don't know if he's coming back. I don't know. That's a very good weird question, but we can talk about that later. Another person on the Jericho Cruise. How this happened, I have no flippin' idea. Well, actually, the next two. They got Scott Steiner. Yeah, Digi, exactly. That was my face when I saw the lineup. I was like,
Even Hype's like, wait, what?
yeah. Scott Steiner is going to be on the Jericho Cruise. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
fuck?
yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
I'm here
Interesting.
for it.
I'm kind of here
wrong.
for it.
Nothing wrong with the
It's
Steiner
just-
brothers. One of the greatest tag teams of all time, the Steiner brothers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
nothing wrong with that. It's just kind of like, whoa, okay, it's out there.
Like,
Sonny
when did
Ono.
this happen?
I know, exactly. Sonny Ono is also going to be on the cruise. And I'm excited because I'm not going to miss out meeting Bull Nakano. So I actually will get to meet Bull Nakano. So I'm excited about that. And also another person who came back to AEW TV, though he did not win his match, Marco Stunt, happy birthday. And then finally, the reason why Digi had a shot in his hand. And
Oh.
I don't have any like right now I did not bring out any alcohol because I did that almost sounded like Marv was joining us right now.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
me being a classy bitch with a cork.
Okay, we got good stuff if you have a cork.
It's like
So
Minashevitz, only I'm too much of a goy.
so it's no secret that today is a very special day because it is the birthday of the one true villain, Marty Scurll. So
Whoop whoop.
whoop whoop. Now, as someone who, there's another hill that I will die on. And if it loses a viewership, whatever, this is not your show. And why have you been watching me the whole time? Yeah, for years now. Yeah, so I'd like to wish him a very, very happy birthday. So cheers,
Cheers, Mr. Villain.
Mr. Marty.
The Mary
And
Poppins
I know,
of professional wrestling.
yes, the Mary Poppins of professional wrestling. And I will say this. I know we were supposed to do Cultapalooza and we never did Cultapalooza.
Oh, we're not done. We just
Oh, I know. We didn't. But I wanted to because obviously people troll. Hi, Colt Cabana. How you doing?
oh, that was so fucking good.
Oh, okay. We'll get into that. We'll get into that one. We're gonna have Marty, and here's the thing. I have decided that we're gonna do what was my dream match. And you know how people sometimes say don't meet your heroes. Sometimes don't want your don't let that dream match come true.
I met Hype. I mean,
Because
it worked out for me.
there you go. There you go. See, but I'm just saying, yeah, it was great. I made a documentary. I don't know if we'll watch the documentary. It's kind of long, but we can take snippets out and at least kind of watch it, like the important things
Yeah.
of that documentary. So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, would I have that match again? Absolutely, because I made a special shirt for that match, and god damn it, I need to get my mileage out of it. So I'm just saying. So yay! So
Lord
yeah.
have
So I don't want there to be jealousy, Colt Cabana. I know how y'all You do. I know that game you play, and Marty doesn't like that either. So
Well,
don't be jealous. Don't be a hater. Okay.
don't
Yeah,
be jelly, bro.
my two favorite people really aren't like really wrestling. What's up with that? What's up with that? Anyways, but for those who are in like I think I don't know wherever JCW, but JCW, that's Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Uh,
They're running this weekend, and it is the only. Oh, shout out to Willie Mack, friend of the show, friend of mine. Um, it's the one Colt Cabana character I have never seen. I've never seen Officer Colt Cabana.
Oh.
Never. And it, yeah, the only time he's ever a heel, and he's so fucking good at it. Oh my God. He told me he didn't think it was safe because I told him once I wanted to go to the gathering so I could see that. And he said, no, absolutely not. And we're like, I can hold my own. It's okay.
it gets stupid.
Well, it's like anything in life, where to stay away. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's not like trying to go to Tijuana by yourself to watch professional wrestling. That's different. At least I'm in the United States, okay?
Well,
yeah.
so-
I don't know. A cartel could steal me. I have no idea. So, yeah.
Now, and Sam, you keep a dead name fuck out of you.
Good God, man.
You can use either name. Everybody knows it's either
Yeah.
Sam or Hype. Go either way, man.
Have you been paying attention to social media recently?
I try to.
What is it? Is
Good honest answer.
CM Punk had wit on some whole fucking thing that he didn't need another man's name to sell his T-shirt, and then Drew McIntyre, being the troll that he is, went, "Oh yeah, hi Colt Cabana. How did that work out for you?"
Yeah. Hi, Coleman. How you doing?
Speaking of that, did you guys see the picture of Jack Perry and Drew McIntyre?
Mhm.
I did from Comic Con. Oh, fucking. Okay, here's the thing. Drew McIntyre. God fucking bless goddamn Drew fucking McIntyre. Okay. Honestly, I love that man. That man is just his hatred for me. I met him like once or twice maybe. But now I really want to meet him because I want to for just in those seconds I just want to say to him, as a person who has a lot of hate for like two people in the world, one we share in common, it's fucking just fantastic. It's
The
just
level
fantastic.
of troll is just beautiful.
It's like, yeah, I've never seen anybody have that much troll in the business. Like or in any kind of sport or anything,
And they've been playing the whole feud in such a way that it's appreciative. They've gone to such lengths of working through each other's history. And just, it's nice seeing McIntyre have fun. Like, he kind of seems like he's having fun just being a dick on social media, and he missed his calling. Like,
yeah, but anytime that you can be a dick and have purpose for it is good, Yeah, yeah. And if you're doing it and you don't have a real reason to, then you're really a jerk. But yeah, no, I mean, he's phenomenal. Have you guys ever seen the clip from WrestleCon in Orlando when they had Team Ocean Spray versus Team Ricochet, and they did a dance off in the middle of the match? Okay, I will say this. Okay, the only time, and this is a historical fact, I've ever rooted for Osprey to win is because Marty was on his team. I even said that to Marty, and he's like, "Oh my gosh!" And I go, "Dude," that's a very hard one.
that's
Very
a
hard
fandom.
one. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, go never again. Yeah, I don't even know if Ocean Spray knows that fact, but you know he should. God damn it! Yeah, I only like rooted for you once because you picked Marty to be on your team,
So,
and rest in peace, Ryan Smiley. But you know,
so Sam, you're awful quiet over there. What's on your mind?
I'm just waiting. Don't speak unless spoken to. That's what they teach you in wrestling. I don't
oh,
speak unless spoken to.
Bullshit. Or
you can jump in, whatever. That's our
I had
thing.
nothing to
Yeah.
add. I didn't really have anything to add.
like,
No, but you should watch this because Drew was like actually Drew is a true highlight in that, but one person who like shocked the shit out, there were a couple of people who shocked the shit out of me when they did that. Sammy Callahan was the one who shocked the shit out of me.
oh, he can bust a groove.
Oh, he did more than bust a groove, dude. I was like, yeah, you go, Sammy Callahan. Cheers for that. Oh my god. Mm,
Could have been a male stripper, but he chose wisely.
wow. Okay. Woo, woo,
That's what I
okay.
said.
I know you said what you said. I'm like, oh, like, yeah. Okay. We actually, because you hinted at it, did you, about Colt Cabana? Speaking of social media, what you hinting at? What were you hinting at?
Nothing important.
No, it's important. I think.
Uh, there's been some like pushing talk that he's going to probably leave AEW. It's
Oh, that's not
rumored.
what I was talking about.
Where? Well, why don't you tell me what I was talking about?
Oh, I thought you meant because we were talking about trolls,
Uh,
trolling.
I know he got like the whole thing that I enjoyed was him getting brought up by Drew McIntyre with the picture and just like,
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm going back a little further.
oh no, you do it.
When, oh yeah. So, did we talk about this on episode one? But yeah, you know how I had said that Colt in that segment with Jericho
Oh yeah,
and
going through the
and
wall, the Kool
going
Aid.
through the wall, and I said, "The God, I know the back of that head, that the back of that head, yeah, like busting in like the Kool Aid Man." Yeah, guess who all of a sudden, like randomly, found a rap song about the Kool Aid Man and decided to do a little Instagram reel.
Oh,
Hmm.
have you seen this? Have you seen this, Sam?
I have no
Yeah,
idea what
you.
you guys are talking about.
Oh my
There
God.
was
Okay.
the what is it that match where Jericho put
Samoa Joe
Samoa
on
Joe
forklift.
through the wall
Mhm.
on a forklift, like through some drywall.
Yeah,
Oh, I
and so
do
you
know about
saw.
this. I did listen to a review about this match.
Like
Okay,
Colt
so
Cabana
here's what
cuts
happened.
it through the side. And
Well,
go ahead.
well, no. Okay, here you have to lead up to what he did. Why I called him the Kool Aid Man. So you had little medical staff girl, real skinny, weeds her way through. Aubrey Edwards weeds her way through the broken, the wall and the forklift. All of a sudden, you see this fucking head come through and bust through the wall like the Kool Aid Man. That was Cabana, and I was like, I know that head. Yeah, it was like, hey, Kool Aid, like the way he busted through.
I did hear about this, that somebody just busted through the wall. I couldn't remember
It's Cabana.
who.
It was
It's
Colt
Cabana.
That's
Cabana.
right. I do remember. I couldn't remember who they said in the review that I was listening to. It's been a few days.
Yeah, no, no, no. It was. I was like, yeah, here he was busted. I'm like, I know that head busting through like the Kool Aid Man, right? And
Oh
you're,
yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. Then all of a sudden, like, I didn't say anything on social media. I just said it on the podcast. All of a sudden, like, what was it? At least a day after the podcast, it was a day after the podcast. All of a sudden, Colt Cabana on an Instagram reel decided to find some Kool Aid Man rap song and had the clip of him going through the wall.
I need to see this. Is this on his? Where is this?
I don't know if it's still on his Instagram, but
No,
that
you're
was
not.
the.
No.
Is it still? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that he okay. I love you, Cole, but honestly, you're a little. I know your history. A little dingy. I don't necessarily think that You probably come up with that. Like the
I
first
don't see
thing.
anything.
Oh well, we'll do it after. I'll show. I think it's there. We'll find it after. But
Um,
yeah, no.
it
So
kind of reminded me like if Colt Cabana was the Shockmaster, only successful because he just went like in it to win it. Football and it was
okay.
so good.
So now you just broke news to me. So is he apparently leaving AEW?
Um, I've heard rumblings of that from people. I've not, like I said, I can't say it for certain.
Okay. I haven't heard
Speculative,
that. I've
but
not heard that.
his
I have
looking
not
to
heard
go
that.
when goes because if you're not aware of the way he's been positioned, he's not being put in a way that he's comfortable. Even after the detractor left,
Mhm.
nothing changed for him. And
Because it's Tony Khan holding a grudge. Because again, like I've said on episode 1, if Tony Khan would not um, treat his company like it's a junior high school or a high school, right?
like
Then maybe people could do whatever. I don't know. Like my
like
thing is,
that's why I said anything at all because Colt Cabana loves the business.
he does, he
You know,
does, and
he
I
loves getting
will.
in the ring.
He
But
does, and it's sad to me because you know, last time they were in LA, he actually got to wrestle, and he was fucking. And I said this. We talked about it on episode 1.
yeah,
He was professional wrestler Colt Cabana. It wasn't this fucking Brandon Cutler bullshit thing. And that hurt my heart. That hurt my fucking heart, you know? Because the last time, and also too, when the Jericho thing, the last time he was on Dynamite is when he wrestled Jericho, was that pity match for the ROH championship when Jericho held that.
yeah,
That was bullshit. And, honestly, like, I mean, this is probably, I hadn't heard this yet, but I'm gonna call it how I think it's probably going to go. If it is true, it probably might be, is it's going to go down like what happened with Ring of Honor. Like he told them, and I quote, he wanted to wrestle. He did not want to do commentary, just commentary all the time. No offense to whomever. People didn't see him in that light. And it's kind of sad. And honestly, like, I mean, I know why he's still kind of, not just because he's contracted, but I know why he's still around, you know.
yeah.
But here's the thing, is the independent landscape, which is quite different
Mm,
from 2019 to now, very very different.
yeah.
Could Cabana survive in the current indie landscape?
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
I say no, and it's sad for me to say that because I'm saying this because out west, and I'm looking at all you motherfuckers, all of you, Prestige, West Coast Pro, Oasis. I'm not going to say Defy because he actually did do Defy, and people would love to have him back, actually, up there, and he would go back. He's only done it once, but all you people, okay, did not you won't book him, okay, because you're too busy with other agendas. Here's the thing, though, okay, you got to look at some of these people
Mm,
who are on your rosters and who you bring in. Do you think any of them would be where they are without something that he damn did in the indies?
well,
Seriously, seriously. I'm just saying there are people, the Midwest will book him, the East Coast will book him, but out west, no, no. And and my thing is, it's like it pisses me off because I have to travel, right? And it's not cheap. And my thing is, if I'm gonna travel, you better fucking let me be in the fucking front row. You better let me have a fucking front row ticket. Because you know what? Honestly, like I'm not, like, if I can't get it, like, uh, you know, that I'm snobby. Okay, because knowing me, I'm gonna have the world's tallest man sitting in front of me, and even if I try to fucking move, I'll probably end up like, whatever. I'm not gonna enjoy myself. Let's
Right.
just put it that way. Because this is my favorite. And I'm not saying because I'm trying to make it about me, because there are people who will say that, and I'm like, no, it's just he's my favorite, and
Mhm.
that's how it's been. I've been spoiled like that. Because last time I did actually see him, actually, was that before WrestleMania or after? No, it was after WrestleMania. Actually, no, liar. He was on the Jericho Cruise. That doesn't count. But I saw him and Cutler did a dark match at a Dynamite taping. I was 5 rows back and I couldn't see, and it hurt my heart. It really hurt my heart. And Willis, shout out to Willis. He could see the distraught on my face. I was upset. Why wouldn't I be upset? Because these people were all like standing up and they don't give a fuck about Colt Cabana. Let's be real, right?
Mhm.
Let's be real. I know I'm very bitter. That's Amanda's moment is Zen. Okay, very, very bitter. Very.
So, what are your thoughts on Colt Cabana possibly going back to the Indies or to another promotion? What's your thoughts there, Pam?
Oh, you're asking me. I was waiting for you to see who you were asking.
No, yeah, no. You go, because other
Okay.
promotions I have to think about that.
I don't know. I mean, it could still work. I know MCW will book him. They've booked him before. They like working with him, and they definitely book him again.
Hmm.
That's what I can say is I know MCW would do it, and
Yeah.
Amanda already said that the East Coast will book him. That's 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's what they've done in the past. That's what they'll probably do in the future. It's just out here in the West Coast. Now, here's the thing. Which actually it makes me happy because WrestleCon's coming and it's going to be in Vegas. So, yay! I just don't. Hopefully, like I can go to every show he's on. I don't see him going to TNA.
Why not?
I just don't. I don't. I don't think that with the management at TNA, I don't know if they do him right. You know what I mean?
Well,
He won't go back to NWA. I know that.
yep.
Obviously WWE is no.
I mean,
You
you
know,
could work NXT.
no.
NXT is
Phil
going to
Brooks is
be.
no, but here's the thing: Phil Brooks is too much of a fucking. He's too much of a firecracker. Let's just put it that way. That's even that is too. That's too close.
Oh.
Too close. Yeah. As much as whatever, it's way too close. And the fact that they don't even put him on the alumni page when he is the worst wrestler that WWE ever had in the history of WWE. He is the worst, but he was in the encyclopedia. I don't know why he's not on the alumni page.
The alumni
So-
page is getting weird.
But he should be on there though.
No.
First, he should. He should. That's just my opinion. But I don't know. I don't think TNA will do him right.
Well, I think we're going to have some interesting things coming down the pipeline because the women's roster game has been changed by a lot.
Yeah.
Just saw another signing.
Mhm.
They just signed Delta.
Like, they have 3 of the most up and coming, charismatic, capable women, specifically for NXT to build that next brand. I'm here for it. Like right now,
Yeah.
they're doing Japan, and a lot of those people are being looked into. I honestly think like we're not just going to see a TNA thing. I think we're going to see a Marigold Noah like TV screen sort of deal.
Yep. No, yeah. And I think that with Noah, that's the way to go. I mean, honestly, like New Japan, no offense, President Tanahashi, but this year's G1 is weird. Not to see Ishii in
Yep.
the G1, and he's like carted off to fucking AEW for an excursion. What the hell is that? What the hell?
When
Right? Like,
you take the G1, and just the other night, we had the true AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
mhm.
Like in Japan, on Japan rules. You had so many just big stars and women and men both in these matches that are just fucking great, all happening under their roof. And right now, you're not really seeing some of that, but I am sure it's getting acknowledged.
Oh yeah. Um, did you guys um have you watched any of the matches from G1 yet?
I really didn't know. I've been too busy paying attention to Noah.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm glad that they sent Takeshita to do the G1. That was a very good call.
Right.
Very, very fucking good call. But if there's any match that you need to see him versus Cobb. I don't know if you guys saw the clip that's been going around social media. The one, okay, there is a spot where basically Jeff Cobb had fucking thrown Takeshita all the way fucking across the ring. The strength.
That's
It was just
insanity.
insanity.
I
That
did hear
match
about
is-
the match.
Yeah, is a beautiful match. I mean, I've seen it now twice and I just chills. That is like, I think so far that could be one of the matches of the year, hands down. And that was something that I never like even put like two thoughts in my head of, hey, I'd really like to see Jeff Cobb versus Takeshita. Never in
Yeah.
my mind. Never in my mind. And that's going to be a standout. So definitely, that's kind of awesome. Like Jeff Cobb's our little engine that could. He needs a big title over there. He needs some respect on that name.
Yeah. Like
It's about time he does.
you
About time he does.
have so many good people coming either back from obscurity or gaining some notoriety
Mhm.
that are really changing some of the landscapes. Like,
Oh yeah.
get this. Did you know Jinder Mahal's back in wrestling?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a GCW.
Yep. He's a GCW.
Like, he walked in and looked like $1,000,000. And he was always
Oh, yeah.
capable of this.
Oh yeah.
And like, talk about class. Because he had an interview and he was asked, what he felt about his time with WWE and that they didn't do him right. He's like, no, they did the best that they could with what they had. I learned a lot and it set me up for success in the future.
Mhm.
And it's like, that's fucking class, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. And it's like, with him, and especially I think with WWE, I think after Matt Cardona's success, is a lot of people, because he was the one. I mean, no offense to Brian Myers,
Yeah.
I mean, he was really the one that was like, you know what? Fuck you. This is life gonna be life after WWE, and he's done a damn good job of it.
But it,
That's why I always think that if like the Miz were to ever get released, if he were to ever get released by WWE, which I don't think he would,
no,
but
I
if
think
he
he'd be
did,
retired, not really.
yeah, he'd be retired. But he could have a run very similar to Matt Cardona on the Indies. That would be
Oh, yeah.
amazing. Over the top. Like, yeah.
And
Beyond over the top. It would be
he'd make his
nuts.
money on the indies.
Yeah, it'd be nuts.
Is
What that
there
guy could do.
anybody on any of the rosters, Sam, that you think would be able to make a successful Indies excursion.
What do you mean?
Like Jinder Mahal is a guy that was underrated, kind of not appreciated by the fans. Who went indie on his own. He didn't take money contracts. He was expected to, and he's rebuilding his brand on his own terms.
Oh, I got a couple. If you're talking about like underrated guys, if you want to strictly just start with underrated guys,
Underrated guys that could make
Cedric
it a win.
Alexander, Apollo Cruz, right there.
I'm with you.
Boom. Two guys, right there, that have all the talent in the world.
Apollo
And then
Crews,
another,
such
yeah.
a great physique. He has the look. He can promo.
I was a fan of Apollo Cruz since day one. When I
Damn
mean,
good.
he had it. He has it. It's
Yeah.
just now the times.
Like,
It's
He was one of
tough
those
because
people that he didn't need MVP. MVP needed him. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Mhm.
Trying to think of who else.
Uh,
Who else could
well, remember, right now, technically, he's working out there.
who?
Goddamn Trevor Lee.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Hmm
And
I'm so excited to see him back out there. Yeah, it's nuts. I think actually I made a mistake last episode 1.
Mhm.
His indie stuff starts tonight. It started, I believe.
and
Chicago.
Danielson's contract was up yesterday. I
Whose
think
contract?
Danielson.
Brian
Dan-
Danielson.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
up on August 1st.
Yeah, that's right. So coming up
Yeah.
next week.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
we all
next week.
know is that's just because he's gonna run out his contract. He's just gonna work on a handshake deal, probably.
I don't even think he's gonna do that. Like the dude's
No.
been through enough.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna.
I think-
I'm sure he's gonna sign some sort of new deal with AEW, some sort of,
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna finish up in October at Wrestle Dream, and then probably
Mhm.
sign some backstage producer deal, legend, like almost like a WWE Legends deal, but for like
Yeah.
AEW.
Like
I
I
think
honestly think he'll take some time and retire out so he can spend more
No.
time with Birdie.
No, I think with him, and this would be a smart move by Tony Khan, is if you're going to have someone backstage helping you with a book, because obviously Tony Khan does need that, there's no perfect person other than Brian Danielson, who I think would do well because he's fair, okay,
Mhm.
and and he's got all of that. I personally think that Wrestle Dream is going to be it. That's going to be the swan song, and for his full-time career.
Right.
But you got to ask yourself, what is part-time going to mean to him? I think if he does wrestle, gonna have to go to Defy because he was going to wrestle there. I'm pretty sure of it. I can count on it. By the end of this year, he will be wrestling at Defy. He will. Mark my word. Heard it on episode 1. Heard it here first.
I
That's what I'm calling on that.
I think he's at that point, and this is I have a good reason for it.
Mhm.
He's going out with a bang on his own terms.
Yeah.
The one thing he harps on in every interview that he does is his, need to be involved in his family. And Birdie's not tiny anymore. Birdie's doing
No.
things. So he's got the money, he's got the time, he's got the support. I think he would at least take like a year off.
AEW is not really a busy schedule though.
Yeah, but
As
No,
busy as it
it
could
doesn't
be.
have to be. It doesn't have to be a busy schedule.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
him it doesn't.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
if he's gonna sign a specific contract, he's probably gonna
Yeah.
choose that he in his contract to have that time where he could already pick that time to spend time with his family. And I think
Exactly.
he's gotten the chance to do that the past few years, being with
Yeah.
AEW.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe he could pull a Maria Kanellis because she's still working the book at Ring of Honor. And she
She-
does a lot of it from home.
She's got health problems right now.
Yeah,
Who
but even
does?
before then, Maria Kanellis,
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
like she was doing it beforehand. So I mean, if there's a remote work possibility, I could see him taking that. And it'd be no shame in my mind. He's done the dream matches. He's done it all over the world. He's held titles everywhere. He has nothing to prove to anyone.
No. I just all I ask is I want the last of the Zack Sabre Jr. Brian Danielson match. Someone has to fucking win by submission. And then they could truly be the best technical wrestler in the world. You have 1-1, not one by submission. Either one. I want that before we go. He goes. Goddamn Tony Khan, book it.
What's your thoughts, Sam?
I mean, you're right, Daniel. Almost said Daniel Bryan. Brian Danielson doesn't have any. Brian Danielson doesn't have anything else to prove. He's done it all. He's been at the top of the mountain. I mean, you go back and look at some of the great, his highlights. If in his career going back to WWE, I mean, there's probably no better moment than WrestleMania 30, and it goes even deeper when you know the whole story with Connor the Crusher. When you know that story, that WrestleMania 30 win is that much more important. I used to wear a Connor's Cure bracelet every day. I just lost another one. I have one over there that's too stretched out. I keep every time I go to a
I think
WWE
I have
live
an
event.
extra. I think I have an extra one.
Every
think I
time
do.
I go to a WWE live event, I always get a Connor's Cure bracelet
That's awesome.
because
think-
I
you know what?
remember
I'll tell
watching
you.
that as watching the video as a kid and what he meant and when he pinned Triple H in the ring and all that whole thing, and
Yeah,
it warmed my heart even as a kid. And since then, I the first bracelet I got was 2017. It was an NXT live event here in Maryland. This is a good time because Samoa Joe was there, Shinsuke was there, everybody was.
Everybody who was anybody
No
was
Way
there.
Jose. Oh yeah, that was a fun time. No Way Jose was fun.
Love fucking No Way
yeah.
Jose.
Yeah, No Way Jose. Photo bombing my photo with Zack Sabre Jr. Fucking
Fucking-
out trying to be in part of the conversation with us. I'm like, yo, dude, like
Like what the fuck, dude? Like that was my picture.
dude. No. It was funny because we were like Zach and I. He goes, it's because No Way Jose had said something, and Zach was like, oh yeah, no. He's like, we've been friends a long time. And I go, yeah. Shout out to Marty's tag team partner right there. Fucking leaders of the new school. I miss them. I miss them wrestling.
Anybody
Together.
catch SmackDown tonight?
No.
No.
Also, Death Before Dishonor is on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Here's my thing. I'm gonna say I've said it once, said it before. I'll say it till I'm dead. It's Death Before Dishonor. Tony Khan, listen to me. Most ROH people for many, many years, Death Before Dishonor was always held in September, usually about the third weekend of September, the third Friday. And it was always in Las Vegas, Sam's Town, or the time they couldn't get Sam's Town and these at the Orleans. That was a good crowd at the Orleans. Held more. It was actually really good. But this is not Ring of Honor to me.
Yeah.
This is not Death Before Dishonor. Okay. If this is truly Ring of Honor, then why isn't Colt Cabana wrestling?
All right. Well, something
why-
happened just on the Tuesday show or whatever. I saw a clip of it on YouTube where the new representative for the board of directors for Ring of Honor, which is a hired ass gimmick, is the Big Show, Paul White.
What? I didn't realize he was still with AEW.
Yeah, he's just been chilling, working things out. And now he's like the representative corporate guy. That was the whole thing.
That should be Colt Cabana, but anyways, I'm just saying.
At the convention, you had Mercedes Moné and Britt Baker damn near getting into a fist fight on a panel.
And then Tony Khan made that match official right then and there.
Yeah,
for the 150 people that were there live.
Like he fucking.
Oh, you mean at Comic-Con?
At the
Oh.
AEW figure booth. I mean, when they were up on the panel. He made the match official right then and there.
it fucking spazzed out, and it was more about him than it was about the women, in my opinion.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, the crowd wanted to, I guess the crowd was, I didn't really see the clip. I know there, I kind of saw, I read about it this morning. I
it,
didn't really see the clip in full, but all I know is that he made the match official
like
right then and
Orange
there. I mean,
Cassidy
it was
had to
only a
grab
few day
Britt
difference.
Baker.
It was only, I mean, I'm sure it would have been made official tomorrow on like
Yeah.
Collision or something. If it wasn't going to be made official tomorrow on Collision, it was going to be made official on Wednesday on Dynamite. So take
It-
that as you will. We kind of already knew the match was happening. You just had to wait for Tony Khan to say it.
Well, and something that was funny about that is when Britt tries to go after Mercedes and tries jumping over people to beat her ass. You know, you have Orange Cassidy who went, oh shit, and grabbed Baker and is like holding her while she's flailing midair. That was kind of fun. Uh, Tony Storm said something like she misspoke, and she said she was going to invade Mariah May's womb or something.
Yeah, something about something
And
about something in her womb.
yeah, and it was just like a complete flub. And then she broke character, and everybody was laughing about it. I mean, she took it in stride.
Yeah, Swerve looked like he didn't want to be there.
Yeah,
And then fucking, why the fuck are you gonna have? Because I need to get my fucking 2 cents in about fucking Ocean Spray. Why the fuck are you gonna have him there? Why? Nobody cares. Well, I'm sure there are people who care, but I mean,
A lot of
the
people.
guy well, they
oh
have no
god,
taste. They have no taste. But no, but like his promos are getting. I don't even understand what he's saying. Like my mom was sitting there the other day. I go, "Do you understand what a word he said?" And she goes, "No." And I'm like, "It's exactly,
oh,
exactly, exactly." It's like Billy Boy. You lost two now. You lost two. Okay. If you look at the pecking order, they're only using you because they had spent a lot of money on you. Okay. You weren't worth a lot of money. And you all tricked people to think that that fucking guy was Ricochet. That ain't gonna happen.
yeah,
Ricochet, that ain't gonna happen. If Ricochet goes anywhere, he'll probably go to TNA. If he goes anywhere, he
yeah.
ain't going to AEW. You kidding me? No, because if he thought he didn't get TV time at WWE, guess what, buddy? Yeah,
He
because he's
got
not going to want to be the workhorse, like have to be on every Dynamite and Collision and whatnot and whatnot. He doesn't want to be one of those. They have enough of those, don't
yeah.
they? Yeah. I mean, I don't care. I mean, that's just it is how it is. Although I will say, I just looked at the card for Death Before Dishonor because I was curious. When I look at some of the matches, there's only like maybe 2 or 3 that would hold my interest. One of them is very low on the card. It's Diamante versus Layla Hirsch.
Hmm.
That seems like a excellent match. That
Yeah.
one. Wheeler Yuta versus Lee Moriarty for
Oh,
the pure title.
Ooh,
That's the other one.
that's nice.
And then which is I'm like it's to me I'm like that's the kind of shit I want to see. And then honestly, the only other one that I'm looking at this right now and seeing, okay, who else would I want to see? I'll be real with you. Um, I would like to see Mark Briscoe and Roderick Strong for the
Ooh,
ROH
I
title.
was say who's Mark Briscoe wrestling? 'Cause I know he's the champion.
Roddy, yeah.
Nice,
So
that's good.
I'm just a little pissed that we're giving fucking goddamn fucking the fucking Taven and Bennett, we're getting the Kingdom a shit match so they can hold on to titles. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't think Matt Taven needs to be holding on a title anymore. That's just my opinion. He's not that great. Mike Bennett carries the team.
hmm
Yeah. But anyways, that's just my opinion. If you guys don't like it, y'all know why.
I'm gonna
well,
speak something into the universe right now. Speaking of AEW,
hmm
Taz and I would make a great commentary team. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm speaking into the universe. I thought about this the other day.
Hmm. Why would you and Taz make a good commentary team? Here's my question. I'm not saying it to be,
Look at you,
negative.
commentator Jones over there.
Yeah. I'm curious. What would make you guys a good commentary team? Because I'm gonna tell you.
I'm so old. I think it's because I'm so old. I've got that old school mindset, and so does
Hmm.
he.
Hmm.
Like he's one of the inspirations. He's one of the guys that I look at for commentary because I've been watching a lot of early mid 2000s WWE. Been listening to a lot of Taz commentary, and
Hmm.
I enjoy. And I will say I do enjoy Taz on commentary. I really.
Hmm.
I do too.
There's like a few people that I listen to besides
Mhm.
besides JR, Michael Cole's, because we listen to besides JR, Gordon Sully, Michael Cole, and Taz. There's not that many. Geez, that boy's
I
back. There's not that many
No.
people to listen to. Who else can I?
Matt Raywald, I
Um,
think, is a damn good commentator.
who?
Matt Raywald. Aiden
Oh yeah,
English.
I don't watch too much TNA. I don't have time to watch too much TNA, but yeah, they do a great job over there. He and what's his face? I can't remember. Sorry, I'm so bad with names. I go through I go through
I
like
love,
100 names.
but I love my goddamn fucking Stu Bennett, the fucking Drew
Oh,
Whisperer. Come on now.
he's great. They're great, but I'm saying like guys I listen to like for,
Oh, okay.
for like to get better. Those are guys that are good that are doing it right now that are just good at it. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
guys you can listen to, go back and be like, "Oh, I can take something." Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby Heenan.
Hmm.
Heenan is
Yep.
arguably one of the best ever to do it.
Heenan, yeah, I loved as a child Heenan and Monsoon. I loved Gorilla
Oh
I
Monsoon.
did.
yeah, it's good
Mhm.
stuff. Like when I watch old school stuff, because I do try to, mix in a bunch of old school stuff with the new school when I'm doing
Yeah,
commentary.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like even
that's
Vince
on my
when he was
bucket list
younger
is
on
commentary with
commentary, he
Taz.
wasn't bad.
That's on my bucket list is to do
Yeah,
commentary with Taz, even if it's just one
yeah.
time.
Well, I'll tell you. You know what I think is gold
Hmm.
is if you go back, and because a lot of it I think is because they didn't take it seriously, and I was there for it, and it was hilarious. Was Taz and fucking Excalibur on sometimes when you'd see dark elevation. Oh, the comedy
Botchamania.
gold.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
I that was one of my
Botchamania. That.
favorite segments of Botchamania.
Cheers to you, just in time. Thanks for coming by, buddy. Having a little sip.
Cheers. Hey, Cairo.
Hey
Cairo,
yo,
how you
brother.
doing? Cheers to you. But yeah, no, Botchamania was the best. Like just hearing them, it was like gold. And it's like they didn't even care. It's more like I think at one point there was one where Taz was like, I don't even think anyone's even listening or watching this. Like, I know. Same feeling here, buddy. Same feeling
Well, that's
here.
what
But
happens when they do the Fight TV with no commercials.
I've been trying to get Cairo on, by the way. He's a fucking trip.
that would be awesome. That would be awesome. But I will say that's a very good. That would be a really interesting duo of commentary right there.
I
Yes.
For me, somebody who I'd like to someone who I see myself doing commentary with in the future is me and Vic Joseph. Not gonna lie, that's
I
Big
I would
Joseph
love
is
to
cool.
see you with Handy Heathen. Because you would be such a face and he's just a complete prick. It would just
I'm not really a face. So here's the thing. My commentary is neutral. That was the one thing
well
when I started this whole thing was there was too
he's
much banter between the commentators that
Mhm.
there was nothing neutral anymore. I
well
mean,
Handy just
now
does a
there's
lot
more
of
neutral. Now there's a lot more neutral commentary than there was, at the time I started. But I'd
Okay.
still try to stay neutral for now.
I think Digi when we have Marsh on, Digi is the neutral one. Yeah.
I try to be. My opinions aren't always popular.
I know mine aren't,
Like,
but people secretly love them. Hi, my trolls. Hi, my
I'm
little
kind
trolls.
of cycling through everything. Like I'm really, because we've had the talk. I'm really a big fan of what they're doing with the Wyatt Six. I still have my concerns, but every interaction I think has been just enough. Like I understand having to come out the entranceway after they murdered an entire crew. It seems a lot, but I can also see the reason why they're not gonna fuck with them because they don't want it to happen again.
Yes.
You know,
Oh, Cairo, I am doing excellent, excellent today. I'm dying because I'm having hot flashes, but
mm,
I digress. I digress.
whoa,
Ah,
Okay,
whoa,
Taz, with the I digress.
yeah,
That was always the
that's
funniest
me.
part. He's like, but I digress.
I digress. No, I say that quite a bit. Like, and I was like, that's me. Like, yeah. That's me. That's my thing. I have two things. That one, and you heard it here first.
I just thought about
Yeah.
this. My brain just went full ADHD. You know who else I really like? One of my favorite commentary
mm,
teams that like
Hmm.
don't get enough respect.
oh,
Caprice Coleman and Ian Riccaboni.
Oh no! Now I'm gonna shut this down.
oh
Where's
god,
Willis right now? Where's Willis right now to agree with you? I'm gonna shut this down. Oh no! Oh no!
Amanda's
No!
so triggered. This is beautiful.
No! I am very triggered. Oh my God! Where is Willis? Calling freaking Chris Willis. Okay, that he always told me, "Don't you diss my Riccaboni and damn, and Caprice." I said, "Okay, here's my thing. The problem with the two of them
Okay,
is once um Riccaboni goes off the rails or Caprice goes off the rails, they can't reel each other back in, the
Well,
other in.
okay, I only like
And
from what I listened to of them. I haven't really gotten that far. I never think about that stuff.
oh,
What I've heard.
oh, it's almost sometimes it's almost too uncomfortable because they're like, oh my God, like, especially like if you go back and watch a Willow Nightingale, this is the best example of
Oh,
it.
okay. Now I know what you're talking
Like
about.
a
They
Willow
have a
Nightingale.
fun time. They have
They do
fun.
have a fun time, but sometimes when they get off the rails, they get off the rails. And I know that when Cabana had done commentary with the two of them, right? There were some times where he just gave up. He's just like, I'm not doing anything. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Lorraine. Thanks for spamming us.
hold on. Wait for it.
Wait for it. Bye,
Pow.
bye, bye.
Bam.
Boom. Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you
Bye
for
bye.
playing.
But I already know
No,
I'm one
it's
of the best
no.
commentators out there. So
It's
that's all.
true.
That's all. That's,
There you go.
I'm the most underrated commentator out there.
I agree. Like that whole thing with you and the Sarge, such a great commentary set that everybody just went, let him dank, let him cook.
And now I've been cooking for 3 years now.
3 years
There you
and
go.
traction.
3 years and putting my body through hell at wrestling school.
Now,
That's a
something,
hard one. Mhm.
and I'm gonna drag it back over to the Wyatt Six. You guys,
I appreciate that, Cairo.
have you seen the Monday thing? Like they had a couple weeks ago where the Creed brothers and Chad Gable beat the hell out of Bo Dallas till the Wyatt Six
I
showed
didn't see
up.
this.
Okay, and
No.
you knew there was gonna be retribution. So last Monday, you know, he's out there. He's treating Otis like shit. And with the whole Sister Abigail thing, him appearing, what he said behind Chad Gable was, "There you are," and it was just like, what the fuck? And this on the heels of Nikki Cross's vignette, which it wasn't like the others. It wasn't Hawk. It was watching her internal monologue berate her. So she finally makes that change. It There's so much psychology there. I'm impressed, and I know fans are eating it up, but this is the kind of shit we've been asking for fucking 10 years. You know, it's not just match psychology. They're going into a whole nother level of psychology we haven't seen in years. Uh, and I like that they, you know, their appearances are purposeful. They made their impact. You know, doing a vignette with the VHS tape where it's just shy of real is like that right there. I think kind of harkens back to like when the Undertaker just started, right? His his vignettes were very short, sweet, and personable. He never had to say a whole lot to get his point across. Uh, and that's why I think it's great they got Joe Gacy and Dexter Loomis. Both of them are, you know, very good at expressing a lot with so little.
No,
Yeah,
Monday. Monday, I was all about Drew McIntyre. I was in that bubble. I'm gonna be honest. Like I was in that bubble of, you know, telling Punk to relax.
and
You
he
know,
busted out the
have self
bracelet.
control.
Like,
And have self control. Yeah, that was. Yeah, no. But with the Wyatt thing, I think because when Nikki Cross did her thing and all the screaming, because I was watching and I was just like, I'm good right now. I
well,
kind of turned off. I didn't watch the rest of the show,
I'll admit, I
but
didn't
that's just me.
on Monday. I haven't watched live shows in a couple weeks. I've been very
Yeah,
busy with
yeah, yeah.
with my own
Here's
stuff.
I would like to complain. Okay,
okay.
big middle finger to you, Peacock and Hulu, because sometimes y'all get behind with putting NXT up. All right, and it pisses me off because I have to go onto the black web to watch that shit when I can't get it live because I have to watch the West Coast feed. So I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm hoping Netflix you're gonna do a better job. That's all I gotta say about that.
I think like
And
Netflix
actually,
is a smart move for
and
their live.
yeah, and actually, you know what? To be honest, I think that they're also behind on SmackDown too, and Raw sometimes. But
It's
no, Raw's more current than SmackDown.
probably better than what
So
the WWE Network was. Raw, so like the weekly shows were always behind like a month or two. They always waited a month or two before they.
yeah, that's what's
But
going on.
although I will say that was the only thing I didn't like about the network, but I never needed to catch up because I watched that like
And
everything. I watched it all live.
Yeah,
you could find the
AEW
content. You could get to the pay-per-views, and for what they were charging, like there was no surprise that that network was great. That people wanted a piece of it.
Yeah. And
yeah,
speaking of
but I'll
things,
say yeah. Oh, go
speaking of
ahead.
things that need to be posted more, AEW needs to post some free matches on their YouTube page, like WWE does. I
Okay.
will do more AEW. that.
Here's the thing: you have to find them. They're very difficult, and then when they do post them, it's very it's the same bullshit. It's always the same people,
It's
just
the
like
only
the
thing I can
television.
find is Dark. As Dark, AEW Dark
Dark
and Elevation.
elevation. Come on, hello. There's some good shit on there though.
Yeah, but they're like,
You could see half of Ricky Stark's AEW run on there. What are you kidding me? Come on.
Ah,
Come on.
damn.
Come on. Come on. No, I'm not. It's the truth.
I know.
Hashtag
That's
facts.
kind of why it's humorous.
Hashtag facts. You know, hey, even to some extent, there's other people that you can see their career on too. But, you know, I mean, it's what it is. You
oh,
know, I also want to say the same complaint is Hulu. Okay, you're current on AEW. Bravo. But I don't like the fact that you delete them after a while. Because I wanted to go back and watch the goddamn strap match, not the strap match, the Texas death match, Danielson and fucking Ricky. Couldn't go back because it's gone. Hell,
well,
there's other stuff that I wanted to see that's gone. But
Impact,
that's
I
just me.
think, out of all the companies that's done the best, they not only put free matches, but when a wrestler that has been with the company starts getting hot, they'll throw up one of their matches, one of their gimmicks. They'll throw up some of their older pay-per-views. And when they have a pay-per-view, they always have a watch along with somebody who's a familiar face in that company. And they do the whole
Mhm.
watch along for every one of them. And there's it's nice to see them get the rub that they deserve. Slammiversary, they had to up seats like 4 times. You know,
Yeah, TNA's Impact Plus is pretty solid. And going back to what you were saying about how like when a big star is like hot, they post a match.
Mhm.
Like when AJ Styles does something, boom, there's an AJ Styles match. Sting's retiring, boom, best of Sting.
Drew
That's one of the
McIntyre's Drew
things.
Galloway.
Drew, yeah, all that.
They just posted a Consequences Creed.
I saw
Um,
this, yes.
it's like, yo,
And that's smart. And that's one of the things that I kind of learned, like when you're like a smaller company, not saying TNA is a smaller company, but like of the big three, the big four, they are considered smaller because
yeah,
the big four is WWE, AEW, New Japan, and TNA. Not necessarily in that order. At least the first two are in that order.
yeah.
The last two, I'm not sure. It's tough call as of late.
Uh,
Um,
I still think TNA has the edge over New Japan.
Probably because they've been doing stuff with NXT as of late. They're on the rise.
Yeah, like people are
Yeah. So
interested in these
TNA,
crossovers.
yeah.
Did you see the Rascals working as a triple threat?
Oh yeah. I didn't get to see the match, but I'm a big fan. I'm a big Rascals fan. Not
They
that many people know that about me. Big Trey Miguel fan.
they had Shawn
Of course, in
Michaels
respect.
go.
I mean, and of course, not as a mark, in respect to his abilities in the ring, of course.
Oh yeah, like they got done with their match. They were a fucking hit. Everybody was into it, and they were backstage. And they showed us backstage where they had Shawn Michaels go.
Yeah,
It
that was
was
funny.
like fucking whoa, dude. You know, like the Joe Hendry thing where he's like, I'm coming back. I'm gonna do. He was going off, and Shawn goes, I believe. Like, whoa, dude. And
That's why Sean's profile picture is him as when he did the chef thing back in what 2009, 2010. I remember watching that live.
that was so good.
The whole chef thing. Oh man.
They've done such a good job with that we don't necessarily need to see a main roster adjustment. I think it's perfect for NXT
Yeah.
until they hit a mark. Because my thought is, from a business standpoint, is they are building TNA to be the number 2 brand. Like, I think that's the goal. TNA has, developed their biggest and best stars that have been successful in WWE over the last 10 years. So to that end, I think it makes sense to, kind of give the rub around and get them the number 2. And it's
Yeah.
possible. If people are into the
I
white.
don't know. I mean, it's tough. TNA's in a tough spot right now with their television. They're not on a, network. They're not on network TV. I think that's why it works so well with NXT. It just works well because they are a smaller company. And going back to what I was saying, it's like a smart strategy is that's how you get yourself over. That's how you get more views on your YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
Posting stuff they've had some of the biggest stars. They were at one point, doing, millions of viewers like that when
Yeah.
Booker T was there, when the Main Event Mafia was the big deal.
Even
What a
the
weird time. What a weird time the second run of the Main Event Mafia. That was an interesting time. That was around the time I was really, watching TNA
the,
Impact when
the Aces and Eights.
Rampage Jackson was there. What a weird time. What a weird time for
No,
TNA, but it was fun. That was a fun time.
I'm gonna blow your mind with something I realized, like by accident, okay? Because they were just kind of talking about the second run of the Main Event Mafia, where AJ Styles was in his Evil Ways Blue Saraceno shit, right?
Yeah.
His new theme song, the back tone of it is the end from Evil Ways by
I
Blue
did hear that.
Saraceno.
It's funny you say that. I did notice that.
I was like, dude, no wonder because TNA fans are like, he's got to come back. And I think after, they do their thing with Noah, which has been fucking amazing. I think he's gonna do a little turnabout with TNA before his time's up.
He's got another year or two. AJ Styles has got about another year or two.
Well, because he's not trying to be Ric Flair either, because that was the guy that, in his day, fucking amazing, but he just would not stop. And I get it, he loves it, but would not stop helps no one.
Ric Flair literally almost died in the ring. But that's just a testament to how much he loves the, when you love something so much, it's hard to quit. It is, and I'm finding that out like as I'm training. I mean, not that like I'm at the beginning of my career, and I'm finding out like when's the time to take a break from training, no matter how my body feels.
It's
It's
at the
not.
point.
It's not ballet. Not even they say it's not ballet. Not even the slightest.
Nope.
Your body hurts 24/7. You don't sleep much.
Okay. Ballet is difficult. Okay. It's difficult. It is.
I know. Yes, ballet is difficult, but you're not getting slammed on the mat and then pretending
No,
like everything's
but
okay.
if you ever look at their feet, and a lot of them have eating disorders, it's just bad, But anyways,
I like in terms of style, I think Lady Frost still is my favorite with what she coined as murder gymnastics.
yeah, that's a
Like-
that's a good way to describe that, murder gymnastics.
Is she a free agent? Or she
Yes.
signed with AEW and Ring of Honor?
No, she's a
No.
free agent.
I'm
She just-
surprised
she's a
WWE didn't
contract.
pick her up. That's somebody who I'm surprised she didn't get picked up because she's a pretty
Yeah.
solid wrestler.
Yeah, she is.
I understood there may have been interest, but I don't know how far that actually went,
I think it's tough. There's so much in the market, and you can't push everybody at once. You can't bring everybody in at once, and that was the
Right.
tough thing when AEW was bringing in a bunch of people. It all happens. You want to bring in all the top talent. You want when they brought in Keith Lee, I'm like, they should put the title on this guy. You can't. And a lot of people were saying, not me saying this, but there were a lot of people like, you should put the title on this guy. It's tough when you
Keith
want,
Lee's
when you got
badass.
specific people. You can only
Yeah.
there's one world champion. One. You can only have one world champion.
Yeah. I don't think Keith Lee in WWE or in AEW, it just didn't suit him.
You don't
It's
think he
not.
goes back to WWE after he's done with AEW?
I think he will.
I
But
don't.
I think
don't.
he'll be a back end person. I don't think he'd do front end wrestling. I think he'd be a back end guy, training, because look at him. He knows how to fucking train his body. I could see
Yeah.
him work in Performance Center,
Honestly, I don't know because, it's almost like if there's anybody I think that should go, like, who's should or could go back to WWE and probably you'd have a better run of it, it's Leo Rush.
Yeah.
I
Because
could
he was very
understand that.
mature. He was very mature when he was there. But when you look at him now, it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, seriously, it's like, this is his best retirement run. I've said it before. I said it on episode 1. This is his best, like, post-retirement, like, it's, coming back from retirement run that he's had. And people thought that I was being rude about it. I go, no, it's true.
Hot
Because
take, Enzo Amore, I think, would be really good to come back.
hot take, Enzo Amore is going to be on the Jericho cruise.
I'm not surprised. I
Also,
watched.
shout out to Leo Rush, MCW. He's
Yeah.
an MCW. He's an MCW
Yeah,
guy.
he's a W guy. Yeah, no. I love Leo. He actually was on Death Before Dishonor. He had a
Oh.
weird tag, triple. He had a really weird 6-man match. But breaking news, not really that breaking, but breaking news. Congratulations to Lee Moriarty, who's our new ROH Pure Champion.
Lee Moriarty's underrated.
Yeah,
He is very underrated. Fucking Lee Moriarty, man. Like, he needs more TV time. He's such a well-rounded wrestler. If you were to ask me, who do I think is, like, if I were to look at the roster, Daniel Garcia, I don't know why he's getting this big old push, but I think that Lee Moriarty is far superior wrestler.
I think Garcia with the right opponent, because I've watched some of his stuff not AEW related, Daniel Garcia can go, but he needs the right person.
Okay. You know who you might want to watch is look up on YouTube West Coast Pro Daniel Garcia versus Minoru Suzuki.
That's what I was just gonna say. Is when
Yeah,
his
that
match with Minoru Suzuki was
Oh,
fire.
speaking of which, did any of you two watch last night Jericho versus Minoru Suzuki?
Oh,
No.
I knew this was coming up. I'm not.
I
Okay,
I don't
I'm not
watch.
sure.
You
I'm
know
not.
better.
I don't really
let
know
me
much
tell you.
about it. I don't have much of a
Okay,
thought on it.
let me tell you why you should watch this. Okay, this, if anyone wants to know what fucking Japanese strong style is, you know, because a lot of like these, you know, these the IWC thinks it knows everything, but I don't think they truly know. That's what we saw. The whole match pretty much was a chop fest. I personally have never seen someone get chopped so hard, and I've seen Gunther live, okay, and even with Sammy Guevara, he actually did Minoru Suzuki. He broke Jericho's skin, and Jericho's chest was bleeding like everywhere. And I was just like, oh my God, like my mom was watching it and she goes, oh my gosh, this is so violent. I go, oh, violence gonna happen later. But no, I mean it was just beautiful. Not because it's like he's beating the shit out of Jericho, but it was like that is Japanese strong style, just the things that they were doing.
No,
And
Japanese strong style happened yesterday of letting AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura wrestle like they're in fucking Japan because they are. That is strong style.
but for dummies, then let's add it to that. Because
Um,
I don't think that well what I'm talking about is strong Japanese strong style for dummies.
oh
But like
well,
they if they don't know what people like, if they don't know what it is, right, that's a good introduction. Because I don't think that, you know, with any of the the Japanese that have, you know, graced AEW, you don't, not AEW, WWE, I don't think you really see, you don't see Shinsuke with that true
it's
style, or any of those guys
it's
that, you
changing.
know.
Like they just had a women's match where it was like, what the hell, dude? It was line for line an old school Japanese match, like move for move, and people were just like, whoa. Pyro strong style.
Yeah, I was
It's
trying
not
not to
appropriate
laugh.
for this pro pod. Oh, a lot of things aren't appropriate on this podcast, but
Yeah.
Oh, Sammy
things
versus
happen.
Shinsuke was
Oh yeah, dude.
that
Yeah,
time in NXT was just great in general.
yeah.
Just what a great
Th-
time.
Like
That's when they
Oscar
started to rape the indies. Yes.
NXT Oscar versus pretty much any of the women there, fucking fire and a half.
Yeah.
They even watered
Yeah.
down Shayna Baszler in NXT.
That
hmm
Shayna Baszler, they're giving her back some fight like this triple
I
threat they got going on. Holy shit! Like they fucked up Damage Control without question. They're they're being allowed to step up.
2.0 still leaves a bad taste in my mouth when they went from black and gold to 2.0. That leaves a very bad taste in my mouth. And continuing now, Booker needs to be off commentary. I just can't enjoy. I can't do it anymore. I can't. You know,
I'd
it's
pay
got good
two
work.
ninety
it's
nine a
that
month.
shucky ducky quack quack.
I
Oh no! Oh no!
I'd
No
pay
no!
$2.99 not to hear his voice during an NXT episode. I'd pay $2.99 a month, no question.
I would pay. I'd pay even more than that. Let me be real. Okay, let me be real. I pay
Wait a few
even more
years and
than.
I'll be there.
Yeah,
Yeah, you never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. But I will say that that's a match to watch, especially if you want to see Jericho get the shit beat out of him. Even though yes, he did win, he got the shit beat out of him, and it was kind of nice
I
to see.
Jericho needs to. Oh wait, quick side thing before I forget.
Mhm.
So you know that Rhea Ripley and Cody Rhodes are being added to the Call of Duty DLC, right?
Are you gonna talk about the Arn
No, I didn't.
Anderson thing?
Yeah. And Arn Anderson
Uh-oh.
goes, Cody, looks like Cody finally took my advice. And I'm just like, oh my fucking God, that's so good. Ah,
I wish it was the new Call of Duty they put Cody and Rhea in, not this one.
Which Call of Duty is this?
it's one,
Modern Warfare 3,
yeah.
the
Ugh,
newest one.
yeah.
I'm waiting for Black Ops 6 to
I'm
come
not a
out.
modern. I am not a Modern Warfare person. I fucking like Black Ops.
I'm a Black. Oh
alright?
yeah, I'm a Black Ops series. That's when I
Yeah,
started.
like
Started playing
yep,
during the Black Ops series. Sticking
yep.
with Black Ops, but I still play the Modern Warfare. I just like that Black Ops is a faster pace because I'm a quick scoper, or at least
Yeah.
used to be. I haven't played video games. I checked the last time I played a shooter game. It's been like over a year.
I need to get a new system in order for me to like play that anymore because I was like struggling with my Xbox One. And I
I
was
gotta
like,
get more
everyone,
space. I have like
I
400
was
gigabytes used of my fucking YouTube videos. All my YouTube videos take up half of my 1 terabyte drive.
oh my god. No, no. I even am part of well, I haven't played with them in a while, but I was part of a circle of wrestlers who play Call of Duty, who played that. They play a lot of stuff, but like Black Ops, I was invited to. I'm like, damn.
I
Yeah.
end up playing
Shout
way
out
too
to
much Borderlands.
shout out to who invited me. I'm not gonna say who invited me, but shout out to them. They know who they are. But yeah, no.
Yes, he
Jericho's the guy
did.
that won't retire.
No, I said
Mhm.
fudge.
Yeah.
I'm PG.
He said fudge. He's PG. We're NC-17.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I'm
Do I just not
NC-17
curse that
because
much that people get shocked when I do?
I've heard you curse.
maybe
I think it's glorious.
maybe it could be. Yeah. Mine is what shocks people that I say when I actually can say something nice about someone that I really don't like.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put this in perspective that Pyro is one of those guys that he gets that low voice like Barry White.
Okay.
He's all like
It's
his
Barry White's deeper than that.
and he's like a 7-foot black dude. Like he plays it hard.
Jesus Christ.
He's
7 feet?
something like that. He's a big fucking dude.
As
You know?
Rick
I'm a
Ross on
midget.
AEW television said, "That's a big motherfucker."
Okay.
That was so good.
I'll never
Oh my
forget
God.
that. That was the best thing
That,
I've ever seen. He's like, Keith Lee,
yeah,
you're a big motherfucker.
motherfucker.
It's like they
Oh,
it's like with what's his name? Was referring to Braun Strowman as that's a big son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, they say that every week now because it's
ooh.
on his T-shirt. They just
Yeah.
Yeah.
they just allow Pat McAfee to say because that's literally Braun Strowman's new
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, so I wanted to throw something out there into the fire because totally random off topic.
Is it
So
the
because I
Motor
just
City
remembered it.
Machine Guns that are gonna sign with NXT?
I heard that, yes.
Or are they gonna start the main roster, the Motor City Machine Guns? You think they're gonna
They
be on
should not
NXT?
be on NXT.
That's what,
No,
no,
no.
they should be on the main roster. Okay, so we're on the
Yes.
same page. We're on the same page
Main
here.
roster. Yeah, main roster. What don't
They
give me
shouldn't be. Yeah,
NXT.
they've been doing this for
If
so
you
long.
if you give me an NXT match, you know what I want. I want MSK versus Motor City Machine Guns. It's been a long time.
I don't know why we didn't
And
get that on
actually,
TNA.
no. Like it's been a long time because actually, I think Shelly, like when MSK like first, like when the Rascals first, formed each other, Shelly wasn't wrestling back in
Yeah,
wrestling.
he was still
He was
retired.
still
That's right.
he
He
was
was
still
still
retired.
retired.
Yeah. So that's what I want to see. If
He's
you're gonna
only
throw
been out of
anybody
retirement
over,
for a few years now, right?
no, he came back. He came back.
I know. No,
Uh,
what I'm saying is, I know he's came
during
back, but
NWA.
it's only been like a few years or so, 5
Yeah,
years.
It's a couple of years, like 3. 3 or 4.
3 or 5, 3 or 5.
Like,
Yeah.
3 to
If
5.
I
Yeah.
were to rebook a match, it needs to happen again. It's the Motor City Machine Guns against Beer Money.
That's not happening.
Why not?
Who's Beer Money?
Beer
Bobby
Money.
Roode and James Storm.
Ah, okay.
By
You
the
wanna
way,
know a
great
tag-
tag team. Both
wanna know-
both great wrestlers individually as well. Bobby Roode, fantastic wrestler, but I think he said he was happy with his backstage role.
Yeah, and
I was-
he's also kind of in politics stuff, and he does real good dad stuff.
Oh, you know what I was gonna say is, you know who else was a really great tag team that kind of flew under the radar with James Storm and Eli Drake. Thank you, NWA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me talk to you.
Mhm. Yep, exactly. I'm waiting for him to get a belt because I want that fucking shoes of a champion bullshit to happen again. When he fucked that up on NWA, that was the best. In that interview with Marquez, but no, yeah, Motor City Machine Guns. No, they need to go to main roster. Why would
absolutely.
you even dabble?
They would
like,
definitely spice up the main roster. For the love of God, I need
Yeah.
to see that tag team division spiced up a bit.
yeah, it needs it. It needs
And
it.
I love the Street
Now-
Profits. I like not that I like the Street Profits. They need something to spice them up right now. And I think
yeah, they need something. Yeah.
And I think a match with Motor City Machine Guns would do that. I'd like to see when the Usos eventually the Usos are going to reform. I don't know how
Yeah.
long that's going to be, but that is a match I need to see. The Usos and Motor City
Mhm.
Machine Guns. That's a match
Yep.
that'll feed
I-
families.
I
Yeah,
need
I
to
was once-
see God versus the Usos. That's
Yep,
a match I need.
That's a
Oh,
match. That's gonna
yep.
happen. That's gonna
That's
happen.
definitely going to happen. That's
Yeah, and
without question.
I want to see. Yeah, that might be WrestleMania. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point in time, that could be a WrestleMania match right now. I mean, just to throw that out there, I think that screams WrestleMania to me.
That sounds like it's already
does.
penciled in. Seems like that
Yeah,
already
it
sounds
has
penciled
to
in.
be. It
Like-
has to be.
My problem with the Street Profits is that their initial gimmick was fine. It was lighthearted.
Oh,
But
okay.
then they tried to turn them heel. Then there was too much flip flop under the McMahon thing. It's hard to get behind them because fans are still acclimating to long term storytelling things that are going on.
Cairo threw out some like bad heebie-jeebie out there. He said he wants to see Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY. No, we don't. Johnny Gargano, boring.
Well, AOP has been fucking dominant, dude. They've been wrecking house but the last 2 months.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, yeah, I don't know. Tag teams are one of those like things that right now it's a very sore subject with me with tag teams right now. I will say that.
I think people know my favorite tag team. I just hate where their position is right now.
oh, what's
Who's
that?
your favorite tag team?
FTR.
Oh, let's talk about FTR right now. I have some fucking hot kind of news. Thank you. This is a great segment right now. Great segment. Okay, so on last week's Collision, and you've heard it here first. I'm gonna say this right now. Okay, I am in no way affiliated with any of these people. What I'm about to say, this is pure just putting 2 and 2 together and solving a Scooby-Doo mystery. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm just prefacing with this now. So everybody has been talking about where is Wardlow? Okay.
Mhm.
Tony Khan's not putting Wardlow on there. You know, he's hot and cold. Well, I think I know why, where Wardlow is.
Okay.
I think I've got the answer. And it's the answer that nobody is talking about, but I'm going to bring it here. I'm bringing it here. You heard it here first. If the
Okay.
fucking dirt sheets, I swear to God, if they go on the air and they're like saying this, you all know where it came from. Okay. I'm saying this now with my conviction. The reason is I was watching Collision, on Saturday, and FTR came and they did, an in-ring, like I guess it was a promo and whatever, but it was Cash Wheeler was talking about, he says, there's a lot of drama surrounding me and blah blah blah. And I'm sitting here like, what drama's going on with FTR, right? Like, what's going on? But then all of a sudden, when he said that, like about 5 seconds later, something clicked in my mind,
Okay.
and I said, "Wait a minute, where's my phone?" Because I had seen Wardlow's wife. I follow, and she follows me on Instagram. Okay. She had posted a picture. It was like Edge, and he was with FTR and Bret Hart. Okay. And I just thought that was random. But then I pulled my phone to go look back just to double check to see. And I noticed something.
What?
Well, she also had another post that said, it said, so I've become the bad parent. And it was a picture of War Dog, which was her and Wardlow's dog from War Dog. And it said CC Cash Wheeler. I looked at her Instagram. All of the photos or anything that she had with Wardlow, and Wardlow's a hot man, so I've looked at her photos, like good looking guy, nice eye candy. They were gone. There's no trace of him whatsoever. And it's funny, like, why would you come on TV and say something like that? Because the casual fan, like, I had not heard of anything, whatever.
Right.
But this is another case of one of Tony Khan's favorites having some kind of drama, and the other person who's kind of involved gets pushed away, right? Or they go bye-bye. I'm talking Phil Brooks and Colt Cabana. And this now. This is only my speculation based upon what the promo was on Saturday, and then, women being nosy. Okay? I will say I am probably 99.9999999% sure that is why Wardlow is off TV. That's probably why we will never see Wardlow in AEW again.
I missed part of it. I had to close my door. It like randomly.
Oh yeah.
opened.
Oh yeah, no. I was saying that Wardlow's now ex-wife, she took all their photos away. So she's now dating Cash Wheeler.
Oh.
Mm.
I thought he was married.
I don't know. Maybe he was. I don't know. But I know Wardlow and his wife were married.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is Wardlow's wife a wrestler or anything?
No. She was always at the shows and stuff because she actually was helping out like Amanda Huber a lot with, when they would do special things, but would help like, backstage and stuff like that and do stuff with Amanda. But you heard it here first. I'm only speculating, but history does repeat itself in the world of AEW. So again, Tony Khan's favorites, if you do something, that's what he kind of does. Okay. I am not saying that's why Miro is off TV because he's not with his ex-wife. Miro's off TV because Miro doesn't want to fucking do the bullshit fucking Tony Khan's making him fucking do. But Wardlow is a victim, I think, of this whole thing.
It's funny because because I only kind of saw a little bit of the clip of Cash Wheeler saying there's been drama, I thought he was going back and talking about the gun thing.
Nope.
Well,
I did too. But no.
Kyra's right. Like, this is a repeat of the Tully Blanchard Magnum TA thing that took them years to reconcile.
What happened
Well,
with
my
that?
thing,
It's been a while. I don't remember what happened with that.
The thing that I'm talking about, like, Tessa Blanchard is Magnum TA's daughter. And her mother married Tully Blanchard.
the Blanchard. Mm-hmm.
So there was some heat there for a minute. And this is kind of a similar line.
Yeah, but there's no children involved. Just the dog.
No children, just a dog.
Just a dog. But like, I mean, that shit it happens, right?
Yeah.
Oh, other way around, Digi. He said, "Yeah, that's what I
Look,
thought, because I thought she was Tully's. She is
Yeah, I was
Tully's
confused for
daughter.
a second.
I
That'd
don't
be confu-
Yeah,
look. I'm old and tired.
Oh
So
boy, here we go, CM Punk. I'm hurt, I'm old, I'm tired, and I work with children. Here, buddy goes.
yeah, but I could at least win an MMA match. It's different.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. And Drew McIntyre strikes again. Oh, damn.
I gotta,
Damn.
I gotta stick up for
Damn.
the Islanders
Yeah,
and not the
yeah.
Samoans.
Well, I'll say that if this is true, which we'll probably never know, but I have a pretty good, my spidey senses tell me that this is probably what had happened. Tony Khan he needs help back there. Okay. Because you can't, like, some of these guys, their careers, you're fucking playing with someone's fucking livelihood.
A
Okay.
lot
I
of
don't
people
care if
lost
you're
a
paid.
lot of stock. Like it's
Yeah.
been
Like,
discussed, like we discussed.
yeah.
You had somebody. You have all these people like a Jake Hager. Could have been a real hot deal. Started to get hot. Stop.
Yeah.
They've
Well,
had plenty of people that they start and stop these pushes so much the fans just don't fucking care.
yeah. I
Wardlow's
think,
got to be the biggest hit, biggest
Yeah.
miss, one of the biggest. Right after that whole thing with MJF missing the fan fest at Double or Nothing weekend, and then Wardlow that a squash match, which I wasn't expecting it to be a squash. I don't think any of us were expecting that to
mhm,
be a squash, but the way it
So
happened, it was okay. They're doing something here. Here goes Wardlow going out, and then what happened? And then
yeah.
I thought that Wardlow was going to be the one who was going to end MJF's title reign.
like
Yep.
that's
Also
what
Same here.
incorrect.
that's
But
what they
then the
were kind
whole
of
shtick
leading
happened
to.
with Adam Cole and that stuff,
That was shitty. That was awful.
and that
Yeah.
that that happened. I'm not going to share, how I feel about it, but that was a thing that happened, and I really thought there was somehow, some way, we're going to get to Wardlow, and it
Well,
just,
and
I
when
just,
it
Well,
but that was before the Adam Cole stuff happened with MJF. I would
but
thought,
yeah, here's the thing, because, like, yeah, you gave Will Hobbs, okay, and I said this before in episode 1, okay, you gave him the shot to have what was it, it was the TNA title at the time, or was it
Mhm.
it was the
One of
TNA
the
title,
five.
one of the titles, right? And he gets it. You would think he would use his chance at Revolution, which was San Francisco that year, 2023. He won it like days before. I was there. That he would have gotten it there because of the hometown pop.
Yep.
But he won it stupidly in Sacramento, which Tony Khan, Sacramento is not the Bay Area, especially if if people look up what East Palo Alto is and know anything about the area. Yeah, okay. Um, just to have him basically, get squashed by Wardlow. So I thought, oh yeah, they're gonna do stuff again with Wardlow, but it didn't happen.
Well,
And
he's going to go to
like,
WWE. That's is
yeah,
Kyro's right. It's like and we've said it here as well in agreement. They tend to push their favorites not in who makes the most money, and they tend to put their
that's
backing.
that's bullshit. The one that makes the most money, okay, the ones right now who make the most money
We're talking
is
draw
Oceans.
money,
Oh, draw money. Oh, sorry.
right?
Sorry.
We're
I'll
talking
retract
draw,
that.
not paycheck.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll retract that.
which has
Here's
been like the weird reversal where WWE is putting, like, when the fans are in it and into it, they get they get a push,
yeah.
you know, and that's
Mm-hmm.
good. I think it's very cool. We're seeing that from that end, but we're seeing the
Yep.
opposite in AEW. It's like they're
Yep.
diametrically opposed.
Yep. I say this. I have two words to comment to
Ricky
this.
Starks.
Thank you.
Ricky
By the
Starks
way,
has been discussed a lot recently.
All right, let's talk Ricky. I'm grabbing something because I want to share. But yes, let's talk Ricky.
Well, and we're gonna talk about Ricky as just what he is, not who he is behind the scenes.
No,
Okay.
I'm talking Ricky is Ricky because yeah, no, we're not talking Ricky
We're
behind the scenes.
yeah, we're not
Okay,
talking Ricky behind the scenes. And here's where
before
I'm at.
all right,
Oh,
before we go get started,
Okay.
okay, this is funny to me. Okay, so Ricky was in the latest pro wrestling crate,
Yeah.
PWTs, okay, and he got a micro brawler.
Yeah.
And let me show you. I'm not taking him out because I need to get another one before I take him out. Here is his micro brawler with the strap.
Yep.
I was expecting the fucking pose because that is purely Ricky Starks,
Right.
right? Because they could have done it. They've done weird things with micro brawlers. But we get the strap and we get this weird, like, little mustache thing. I don't know. There must be something wrong with it, but I don't know. But shout out to him. It should have had blood on it. You know, if you're going to give me the strap from the strap match, it should have had blood. Should have been a little bit more, detailed. But you know what? Good job. I'm
Yeah.
only missing the chase now because I do want one. If you have the chase, I will trade with you for a very, very rare Chris Jericho one. It's the one from the cruise. I will trade that for the Ricky Stark chase. I think that's
Yep.
that
Ty-
it's the same. It's worth the same value.
Tyler was asking
Um,
what did Ricky do, and that micro
oh,
baller
what did
is
Ricky
fucking cool.
do? The
Well,
micro brawler's okay. It could have been better. And also, by the way, I am looking for fucking the Darby figure, which is Ricky Starks dressed as Darby Allen. I still want it. Still
uh,
want it.
like Ricky is a prime example of missed opportunity because his he came in, he got hot. People were into it. They were into what he was doing, and then
He got
disappeared.
injured. Well, no, then he got injured, and to kind of keep his momentum, they put him on commentary with
Yeah,
Taz. There's some good moments there, right? There's some good moments there
but
because Ricky is hilarious. But anyways, I
that's
digress.
regardless of injury. Then he gets his next push, and then he's stopped. And then he ends up in a great tag team with the titles, and it stopped. Every time
Mhm.
they give the man the ball, he has managed to get over with the fans who are really fucking into it. And for some reason, beyond me, instead of pushing this kid and making him the next big thing, they just pull him off because he's not the one they wanted to be the next big thing. And that like right now it's kind of sustainable, but it's not really sustainable in the long run because they're great at showcasing certain people, but they have been very poor in the build talent section of things. Like
Mhm.
I can't think of any star they built worth anything that wasn't somebody else's fix. Like, Jade Cargill is about the only name I can think of, and Julia Hart.
Julia Hart, yeah.
But Julia Hart was kind of built and branded there. Okay, that's a star. One. Jade came to them damaged. They did okay, and then the hands of WWE. She's now cooking like a fucking champ.
speaking of WWE, sorry to change the subject.
No, it's fine.
For next week's SmackDown,
Uh huh.
speaking of tag team titles and DIY that was mentioned earlier, it's going to be DIY versus Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu for the WWE Tag Team Championships.
D O D.
Except it's Jacob Fatu instead of
Yeah,
Tom
Oh, I
Lawler.
guess that tag run was short lived.
yeah. I mean, by God, let's face it, they're all fucking related. All three of them. It makes
No.
sense.
Yeah.
The DIY is gonna get fucking brutalized.
And they kind of teased that though a couple weeks ago when Jacob Fatu attacked both tag teams after the rematch between A Town Down Under and DIY. And then Solo Sikoa
Fuck
did his
them up.
promo after commercial
Yes.
break. So yeah, new
Okay,
tag team.
once
It's
again-
okay. Yeah, so new tag team champions, pretty much.
What?
Yeah.
Once again, I fucking love Jacob Fatu back there with the fucking prayer hands. I want to know what the story is. I really do want to know what the story is with that,
Yeah,
because a lot of times I'm sitting there, is he praying like, don't let me, don't fucking Lord, don't let me kill these motherfuckers? Like, is that what he's saying? Is that what he's praying for? Or what is he praying for? Is he praying for forgiveness? Because fucking Roman, yeah, we done fucked up. Don't kill
I-
me.
All I
I'm
know
for
is
the money.
All I know is
You
Jacob
know?
Fatu hasn't even been in WWE for like 2 months, and Mattel
And
already
he's
announced his
fucking
action
man.
figure.
And Ethan Page. got
And
his
Ethan Page, I
ass.
saw that. That's crazy.
like, but the thing is yeah, exactly. They know talent. Like, they took, Ethan Page, and in
Mhm.
2 weeks he was more relevant in NXT than he was in his entire AEW run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was more when I look at his AEW run, like when I talk to people, I say to people, when I say Ethan Page, a lot of times I'll always say, hey, wasn't he in TNA? Wasn't he in the North? Yeah, he was in the North. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm waiting for this. Come on, NXT. I'm waiting.
Yep.
When am I gonna get either a reuniting of the North or fucking Josh Alexander versus Ethan Page? When am I getting this?
Well, and this is something I can kind of put my mind is while they have kind of a modified, Gorillas of Destiny doing the competition, for the titles next Friday, I
Mhm.
feel like we're not gonna get the GOD match until we have the Usos back into play. Because
Mm.
Going
Corey-
back to Josh Alexander, do you think he's going to sign with WWE at some point?
I think he knows where his bread is buttered, and he's gonna stay with TNA.
You think he's going to hope that, do you think that he wants to do something with NXT?
From my understanding, everybody is really open to it because,
Mhm.
it's their way of getting their career farther.
Yeah.
And the NXT roster is very supportive, very positive, much in the same way as TNA. The interaction as like they're right now on a shit fucking channel, right? But with all these eyes and their interaction with WWE and them really picking up steam, gives them the chance to get on a better network.
Yep.
Oh yeah, breaking news! If y'all didn't know,
Mhm.
Great American Bash, we're getting a fucking Joe Hendry concert.
Nice.
I did see that he has a
Mhm.
concert on NXT next week. Is that what Great
Yep.
American Bash is? It's
Yep,
on
Great
Tuesday.
American Bash. Hmm.
I did see
And
that. Yeah.
I love that they brought that back. Like the Halloween Havoc, the Great American Bash.
Yeah, all in
You know,
NXT. Yeah.
Did you guys hear that in Japan they had one of Dusty's robes and they
No,
gave it to Cody?
they did.
Huh.
Wow,
That's cool.
Yeah,
that is
That's
cool.
classy. That's very classy.
like
That's
they were
cool.
like, here you go. This was your father's. It was in somebody's collection.
That's
Mom.
why they posted a picture with him and fat ass Masa.
I was wondering. I was gonna say Masa. I was just about to say Masa. I was just saying that.
Yep.
Cheers to you, Masa. Cheers to you.
But it was just such a
All cheers
real
for
moment.
that.
Like that's something that I'm getting more comfortable with is that, commentary now can say Bullet Club. They now
Yeah.
can recognize this Samoan team, the Gorillas of Destiny. They're
Yeah.
now
Have they said it? Girls of Destiny? Have they said it?
Yes, they have said Girls
Okay.
Destiny. God. Yep, they've said
that
it.
they were wrecking shop in Japan for years.
Mhm.
Yep.
They like commentary is now treating the fans like they're smart enough to know where these wrestlers were, and that's been blowing my mind.
As it
Well,
should
see,
be.
yeah, because a lot. I will say this: like back in like 2017, when those Bullet Club shirts first started popping up, and you would see them at WWE or an indie show or whatnot, right? Before it got before it got into Hot Topic,
Yeah.
you either were that smart mark of WWE where, yeah, I'm a little superior, I'm wearing this. They might not necessarily know a lot about what that was, but um it was interesting because that did push a big thing. And I know that wasn't that also during a time when more of them were popping up that WWE would make people turn their shirts inside out or
Yes,
change
and this
shirts.
was right around
Mhm.
when they signed Prince Devitt,
Yep.
who was the original. He was the one who founded the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Corey Graves recently said the last time that
Yeah,
man
he
was
did.
in a group,
Mhm.
it was the Bullet Club. He
Bullet Club.
started it,
Yeah.
and they put
And
shine on that fucking name.
oh, they did. Mhm.
They did the same thing with Cody. They acknowledged
Mhm.
his time as Ring of Honor of running the Bullet Club there.
He did not run the Bullet Club there.
But
Wasn't that Kenny?
Kenny
And-
ran the Bullet Club. Didn't you
No.
see being the elite? Those were the fucking glory days with Marty and everything. With Marty being fucking all
right,
extra.
but
That was
here's
the whole
thing.
thing. Was him
Yeah.
and Kenny having their whole fight, was having their matches
Yeah.
based on who the leader of the Bullet Club
The
was.
Bullet Club was.
Right,
Mhm. And
but
then Cody had the shirts. Bullet Club is fine. Bullet
Yep.
Club is mine. Yeah. See. Yeah.
right,
No.
but Kenny, no. Kenny at that time was focusing more on the Japanese end of things, and Cody was at the time focusing more on the Ring of Honor. That was the
Because
general perception.
no. Because Kenny Omega had not been signed to Ring of Honor since like way years before he went left for Japan, and he wasn't signed with it, so he'd only show up on here, this, that, and the other. Obviously, if they had like a War of the Worlds or things like that, and then it became more common with the Young Bucks when the three of them became the Elite. That became more common. Now, the funniest thing ever was that one episode of Being the Elite when they're in Japan and they're fighting backstage, and fucking Tama Tonga's just sitting there. Everybody's fucking fighting. You had Yujiro was fighting. Chase Owens. You had fucking Bad Luck Fale. They were all fighting. Everyone was
Fale,
fighting
I miss that dude.
except they need to bring Fale. Anyway, I mean, just to fucking have Fale
Well-
there. But no, but Tama Tonga was just sitting there like, "You fools." Like, that's your fucking leader right there, y'all. If y'all didn't fucking realize, is that's really the leader of the Bullet
Well,
Club. With
here-
him sitting there like that was like, that's what it was.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing, and this thought just crossed my mind as we're discussing this.
Mhm.
We have the Good Brothers, who OG Bullet Club. You have AJ Styles, OG Bullet Club.
Mhm.
Got Prince Devitt. You have pretty much the first two major generations of the Bullet Club since inception
Mhm.
sitting in WWE right now.
Do you think they'll do something with that?
I think it would be a very interesting opportunity that, because we're about ready to have the Bloodline Civil War. I could see a world where there starts to be this whole thing, and they're
It's
like,
the
well,
fucking. This is like the fucking Marvel universe.
yeah,
Bloodline versus Bullet Club. No, I'm just kidding. Let me stop playing.
yeah, like
Let me stop playing. Let me stop playing.
Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, they're caught in the middle of it, and they turn around and say, fuck your family, and they go with the Bullet Club. People would lose their fucking minds.
Mhm.
Speaking of the Tongans, Hikuleo being possibly being Tala Tonga in WWE might be one of my favorite things because he's taller than them. That might be my favorite thing about that. But I know that Tala is then that like his middle name or something.
Yeah, something
Mhm.
like that, I think.
I just love
Mhm.
how somebody said that they pointed that out, but that's not why he is Tala Tonga. That's not why he might be Tala Tonga. They're like, yeah. Somebody was like, yeah, it's
I'm-
because he's taller than them. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just wondering who the speech coach is who's currently working the backstage of the Bloodline, because those boys, their promos are going to be bleeped to hell and back when they actually start speaking if they're not corrected.
Oh my god. I bet you like they're probably like sitting there like, okay. It's mostly Tama Tonga because Tonga Loa can censor himself a little bit. Tama Tonga is the one who has no filter.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
He'd drop an F bomb, no questions asked.
yeah, they're just probably like bleep it out, and they'll probably have to have someone doing ASL, or they'll have like closed captioning or something because
So good.
because I mean, yeah, I mean, but it works.
Yeah. And
It works, so
and it's I love what they're doing with the bloodline because it is clearly being stepped up in a way that what makes them different from when Roman was leading is these guys are predators. They are vicious. They're not trying to be the head of the table. They're trying to establish a dominance and name of the table.
mhm.
And that's fucking huge. It's why people are so invested because arguably the bloodline is one of the greatest storylines going right now, and it's had so many twists, turns, and deviations that these four men are fucking vicious. And I could see, like I said, I could see a Bullet Club, or we can see a civil war where Roman shows back up, gets both the Usos, probably pulls one of the Tongans.
I think he pulls Jacob Fatu. I think it
Jacob
makes more
Fatu would,
sense.
yeah,
I think
Jacob
pulling.
Fatu.
I think Solo with the Tongans makes more sense because they can even it out, unless they
Yeah.
bring like Lance and Juicy, but that's not gonna happen anytime soon.
No.
As
No.
A
well,
3-on-3 makes sense, and I could
well,
see
even for
Fatu.
on well, it seems like Survivor Series is gonna be kind of like a Team Roman versus Team Rock thing. They're not gonna put the Rock inside the what's it called?
No, they're gonna.
War games because they want to protect Rock, but I know they may mention Rock being the leader by then to start the build up.
Yeah, because with war games anyway, the leader doesn't necessarily have to be somebody involved in the match. That's happened before.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. That's what I was saying to one of my other friends the other day is that's literally what Survivor Series was. It was literally like, team this versus team that, and that was usually like the manager of the team or whatever, or like when they did Team Authority 2014
Yeah.
versus Team WWE. It wasn't always somebody who was on the team whose
I'm-
team it was.
I'm looking forward to that because there's also like with the way they're building this whole feud, Cody's gonna have to raise a little bit of an army to fight back at this point. And that's a war games match if I've ever seen one.
Well, it's gonna be Bloodline versus Bloodline and War Games. I'd assume.
I figured it's either going to be that or they're going to save that for a special match. Like, really hold that back, but maybe so. Maybe that's.
I don't know if you can hold it back another year. I don't know if you can hold.
You can't.
You can't
It's
because right
too-
now is the time. Because by the time you have a year, there's already so much that can happen, and that will happen with the Bloodline. The Usos will be back. Prediction: I'd say the Usos will be back together before Survivor Series with Roman.
Yeah.
And you might throw Jacob Fatu back, bring in, and then you'll have Solo with a God and Hikuleo.
That could
Yeah.
be.
I
Super
think so.
fucking
It's Solo
cool.
with the Tongans versus Roman and the Samoans, basically. Roman, Usos, Jacob Fatu.
That
Because I was
That-
confused at first when Jacob Fatu was debuted and sided with Solo. It kind of threw me off. I was like, he's got all the Tongans and with Hikuleo most likely joining that side of things. It didn't make sense. Like, where does Jacob Fatu fit in this? I know he's a better, like a lot of people say he's a better heel than a face.
yeah.
And I don't disagree with that. But I think at this point, he feels not that he's out of place, but he's kind of like the place. You know what I mean? Like he's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's
Like-
just a shining star.
Solo as a whole has really impressed me in terms
Yeah,
of how he's
absolutely.
doing. 'Cause it's not that he's a heel, it's that like I said, he's a fucking predator. They're gonna start calling him Caesar Sokoa. Like they just trademarked the name Caesar Sokoa.
I heard that was supposed to be for what's this? That was supposed to be for Jacob Fatu when they were gonna have him join the
No, I think
Solo's
it's gonna be
bloodline.
on Solo, and
I
I
know.
get why
Man,
he
I had
said
that same
that.
face when I heard that.
Well,
Yep.
before they can put that line on him, he has got to literally dominate the brand. He has to put down anybody coming forward. Like he has to be like Caesar, a conqueror.
Mhm.
So before they can put that on him, he's got to be more than just beat a couple guys up. Like right now, they're working it in. It definitely is long term, and I like it. Like these guys overnight just didn't start beating the hell out of people. They had targets. They had choices.
Mhm.
Solo, speaking of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa said on SmackDown tonight, if Roman Reigns got a problem, he knows where to find me.
Yep.
And also, a few things as I'm seeing a few news things that are going out like tonight. Joe Hendry appearing at NXT live events now.
Yes.
Mm.
And one more thing, a couple more things. Athena retained the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship.
No surprise there.
And bloodied face Mark Briscoe is still your Ring of Honor World Champion, retaining after hitting Roderick Strong with a froggy bow. And they're
Nice.
saying it was a superb main event.
I'm not surprised.
Nice.
Like
Hey, how come I didn't know that Anthony Bowens was going to be at the Giants game?
I don't
SF
know.
Giants. I don't. I like fucking Anthony Bowens.
I
I
just
don't
said
like
I
the
don't
SF
know.
Giants. I know. I didn't see that. Oh, I love Anthony Bowens. Anyway, sorry.
End of the day, I think it's nice that we have surprises because yeah, Joe Hendry has become
Mhm.
the unofficial ambassador between TNA and NXT. And that's
Yes.
fucking glorious.
Yeah.
It's not Jordan
Yes.
Grace. And I appreciate that more because that's humility.
I mean, it
Yeah.
all started with Mickey James.
Yeah.
Let's not take that away. Let's not
No.
forget about this.
I
This doesn't happen if Mickey James doesn't appear in the Rumble when Vince was still in charge. That's the craziest thing about it.
Yeah.
Vince
Nick
was still running the show,
and
and
Nick
there's Mickey
Aldis.
James with her Impact Wrestling theme, Hardcore Country, with the
Country.
Impact
Yeah.
title.
That
That doesn't
Mhm.
nothing of that happens without her. And then then Jordan Grace does her shtick. Then who else?
Mhm.
Then Joe
Joe
Hendry, all
Hendry.
these
Now we
things,
have
and
the
now the
Mhm.
Rascals.
Rascals, and
Mhm.
what's trying to remember her name? We were talking about her last night. Because she did some stuff. Tatum Paxley, she did some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gone.
Mhm.
Was one of the people that crossed over to TNA.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
There's like that's what I'm thankful for because we're hitting it about that time is, you know, this is a crossover I've been begging for a decade. And it's healthy. There's obviously a great working relationship and people are being taken seriously, in such a way that is impressive. You have this Wyatt family gimmick that's being treated with so much respect, not overdone. You have people like Otis Tozawa and what's her name? They're getting shine. Chad Gable is actually relevant. And he is underrated as all get out.
Maxine. I
Yeah,
had to think about
Maxine
it for a second.
Dupree.
My brain had to think about that for a second.
Yeah, it took me a minute. You had to say Maxine. I was like, oh yeah, that's her name. But we have so much good shit going on. Like, I don't watch AEW. I don't really care because it's not my taste.
Yeah, the but
It's
but
but what?
oh,
Here's
mean,
what I'll say
okay.
to
I'll
counter
let
to
you.
be your
Yeah.
neutral person here.
Mhm.
I think there's something for everybody everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't watch everything like I used to, and that's just because I swear I record like when I on my off days when I'm not at training or when I'm not at work. I swear I'm spending half of my day recording. So it's like I
Oh
don't
yeah, no,
really
no, no,
watch.
no,
I don't get to
no.
watch AW on
Yeah.
Wednesdays as much as I used to because I'm spending a few hours between
Well,
recording,
Yeah.
and then all the other
I'm,
shit. But
there's so
but
much
I'm,
out there.
there's good stuff out there, and I would love to be able to see MJF's match with your boy, Will
Mm-hmm.
Billy Goat, your favorite wrestler, Billy Goat. That 1 hour classic, which I heard was a really great
Yo,
match.
didn't he cut a promo on him and said, "You're lucky that your grandma just died" or some shit?
he did.
Who said this?
MJF. Like,
Damn,
Mhm.
whoa.
that's
Fucking
some goat level heat there.
yeah.
Mhm. And what
Ab-
could Will's like? Whoa, 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 whoa," like, what'd you say?
yeah, we don't
And I know
understand
you
a
stuttered.
fucking word of it. Ah,
Oi, oh, yeah.
boy,
Sorry.
blah 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 blah. Oh, nobody cares.
No, no, no,
Uh,
nobody. Well, there's some people who do, not me. No, I was trying to say, did you? It's because that's a very fucking heel move for what our show is because
yeah.
that's what I'm supposed to be the alternative. But
Well,
anyways, I digress. I digress.
what are
I'm
you
just,
thankful for, Amanda? Because we're hitting that time. What are you thankful for?
uh, I am thankful for, well, first of all, um, I am thankful that it was a lot. I had to think about this one. Can you come back to me on this one?
Okay.
Give me a moment. Okay.
Something else I'm kind of thankful for is it's not a requirement for me to watch everything. Because let's be real, we need to sleep. There is
Hey,
so
I
much
sleep.
fucking
I
wrestling going
sleep.
on. Like, but
I sleep.
I bet you do. But do you sit down and watch everybody's live shit? Because it's like you'll get no sleep.
Sometimes I do. That's why I like having the. That's why I like being able to like on Wednesdays. Like that's dinner time for me, so I
Yeah,
can sit there and have dinner and watch some of it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like because if I have to watch the West Coast feed, I ain't gonna watch it. Let's be real.
yeah.
Because I'm doing something else or whatnot. And that's just
There's,
how it is. That's just how it is. I mean,
but I mean,
sorry,
even
but
you can agree. There's so much of a lateral move that people can make. Like Ricky being Ricky. Once out of contract fully and out of all of that, he can write his own check somewhere and take control of his destiny. It's up to him. But everybody's got a
yeah.
shot to unfuck their past.
Yeah, well, his big thing is he fell victim to a lot of things, but we're not going
Right.
about Ricky.
But
But Hype, what are
he
you
can fix.
thankful for? Yeah.
I'm thankful for having a great group of people around me. I'm thankful for it's not where I want to be in my career, but I'm thankful for where I am. Thankful for what I stuck with. Thankful for my body, despite being told by doctors that I would end up in a wheelchair if I ever stepped foot inside the wrestling ring after tearing my shoulder, not once, but twice.
True.
Yeah, that was a workout injury. I'm thankful that I'm getting to see, there's always this thing, in life. That what if, you don't want to leave this world with what if I did this?
Yeah.
You know, I am thankful that I'm getting to live out my dream, and I'm thankful to have a family that supports me, even though there's a little bit of pushback at times.
They,
And
they see
there's a
the results
pushback
of
at
your
times,
hard
but
work.
I'm thankful to have the people I do around me. It took me a long time
Yep.
to find people that I got along with. I don't really have many friends I keep in my circle. My circle is very small, very, very small. But I'm thankful for who I have. I'm thankful for what I have going on. I'm thankful for life, man. And every day when you set your alarm, that's just a sign of hope. You set your alarm not knowing if you're gonna wake up tomorrow, and that means you have hope. Sorry for going all like
No, it's
No, no, no.
Confucius and whatnot. But
no.
I'm
Do it.
thankful for life. And even though I have my ups and downs, mental health is a serious thing. I mean,
It
Agreed.
is.
at the end of the day, I'm thankful to be in the position I'm at. Even like I said, if it's not where I want to be, I know where I'm going to be. And I joke, I'll tease and be like, what if Taz and I do a commentary thing in AEW? What if I end up in WWE? I mean, I just whatever it is, I want to make wrestling better than when I found it in terms of commentary.
That
I think there's always something to add, and I think that was the whole part of my journey was adding a different vibe of commentary, even if I going a little bit old school. It's funny
Mhm.
when I was started commentary, I did only play by play. I was straight up. I called the match move for move. And as time went on, I learned that style, that more the modern style of more storytelling than moves. Even if I would sometimes like to call move for move, I still try to be story based. I'm thankful. I'm just thankful for everything. That's what I'll say. Thankful for the highs, thankful for the lows. The highs, great memories. The lows teach you lessons.
true. Very true. No, I'm here for it. What about you, Amanda?
Well, obviously, I'm thankful that I get a platform that we can have all of these like wonderful, like great discussions and stuff. The other thing that I'd say that I'm definitely thankful for is the fact that I have a lot of very controversial takes. You think? You think? Anyway,
No,
and
not
and
Amanda.
whatnot. Not me. No, 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 no. And one of the biggest ones that a lot of people, I've lost friends over this. I've lost a lot of respect from people because of this. And what I'm about to say. And, and honestly, like, it just makes me think, do we really need to have a friend like you? Because everyone can agree to disagree, right? And that's the biggest thing. So, that I'm very thankful that you guys and a lot of our listeners and whatnot um, allow me to pretty much have a very pro stance on Marty Skrull. And I've lost a lot of friends, like I said, who don't agree with me on this whole thing. And like I said, it makes me question, well, why? And and I'm very thankful that you guys allow me to do it. I'm thankful that I'm able to, because to this day I still think that he's probably in modern times one of the best character wrestlers that are out there,
Yep,
bar none.
I agree.
Bar none bar none He's a mastermind. He's
I
amazing.
I
And
love the fact that you know you are unabashed self.
mhm,
Like we might not have the most popular of opinions, but we're very real with our opinions.
yeah.
And having the ability to have somebody like Sam or a Cairo or and
Willis,
Willis, we get
just
to
in
have
time.
the joy, the camaraderie, which in comparative to other commentary podcasts, our people are amazing because it doesn't matter if you have an opinion they don't like. We're all very chill about it, and at the end of the day, it's always cheers. Eh, That's just you can't buy that from anyone.
Yeah. I will think you're a moron in the back of my head if you really think that Will Ospreay's the GOAT. I will. I will judge you harshly. Same with Phil. I mean, these people are, oh, there's a goat. There's a goat. I'm like, go
No,
shit, maybe.
the only
That,
goat is AJ's fucking Styles.
John Cena's the goat.
John Cena.
I mean,
Fight me. Fight me, people. And I'm not talking about his
I'll
ass.
I'll
Okay,
fight
fight
you.
me, people.
I'll fight you.
John Cena's the goat. He's the goat. He's the goat. AJ Styles is a goat too. But, it's a little different. Like AJ walked a different path than Cena.
Oh
The
yeah.
path that Cena walked, yeah, that's undeniable. There will
Mhm.
never be another fucking John Cena.
Yep.
Never. Sorry. Sorry
And
to disappoint you. And if there's little kids that are listening, which they shouldn't,
I'm always
yeah, your
P1,
fucking
baby.
child is not going to be fucking John Cena, the next
True.
John Cena. No.
John Cena's
No.
still doing fucking Make-A-Wish grant. There's more.
Exactly.
Like, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude. And you know, that's all I'm saying with that. But you know, yeah. But I will judge you harshly. I might like you, but I'll judge harshly. It just makes me
Yeah. CM
question your
Punk and Will
judgment.
Ospreay, two of my favorite wrestlers.
It's true.
I'm kidding. No. Okay. One
my
out of
God,
two.
I'm
One
sorry.
out of two is true.
Amanda's
Well-
about to have kittens.
I'm
That's-
like,
That's not true. She'll just
I
debate
just
you
wanted
on
to
it.
see your reaction. You're like, wait a minute. What the fuck?
but both. It's like, oi, why are you on this show?
He's on the show because it's not a
I just
fucking
like
gimmick.
wrestling.
Right.
Well, no. I'm teasing. I'm saying,
I
yeah,
know.
like,
Like, damn, why
Like-
did they end up here? I
I
hate
swear
both
to
those
God,
people with my whole
they-
heart. And this kid's like,
You volunteered as tribute.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you. You know, if there's ever a day where I hear Bishop say, you know, I really kind of like Phil Brooks. I really kind of like this Will Ospreay. I will fucking get a gun. I will find him in Delaware, which would not be too hard,
I love
and I will
how
commit murder.
we got
Yeah.
him to commit to coming at some point onto the show because we agreed with him on a few things because we give him
Yeah.
shit, but he's still one of our boys.
He is, yeah. Delaware's strong apparently because fucking Froggy Bow. That's all I'll
Oh.
say. So now, Hype, where can we find you at?
twitch.tv/hype the commentator, youtube.com/@hype the commentator, Instagram @hype the commentator, TikTok @hype the commentator, and X @hype commentator.
Better have that shit copyrighted. Tell your dad to
Digi.
get up on it.
Yep. Digi, where can we find you?
Digi Damon, WR on Insta. I do nothing else.
Okay.
Sorry to be bothering you. I wanted to offer. Oh, hey, look. Hold on.
Dude,
Hold on.
hold on. Is it? Bye.
Bye bye. Hold on.
Bye-bye.
You see.
I do the Seth Rollins thing. Bye bye, bitch. Ha 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 ha.
There you go.
Yep.
I go in instinct because those are my boys. Okay.
And goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye and good night.
Thank you. Fuck you. Goodbye.
Okay. So you can find me at Miss Amanda Jane on X and Instagram. You can support the show by going to WrestlingOnTheRocks.com. We have a merch store. We don't make any money off of it, but we have some cool shit. We keep saying that we'll have fucking some new shit coming, but it's
Yep.
coming. So bear with us with that. So again, from all of us, thank you for joining us and
Yeah.
the Dive Bar, the IWC. This is a chaser. It's not Thursdays, but you know, it is what it is. So again, thank you guys, and that's
Cheers.
last call.
That's last call. Bye bye.
Producer Lady here. Thanks for tuning in. Continue to support and buy us a drink by putting the I in subscribe and reviewing our podcast. And cheers to